Spencer has visited Victory Lane once in that black number 3, and the G-Lopes construction number 26 of Peter Fernandez, who's running for Rookie of the Year honors, has visited Victory Lane once. Green is out of the race. St. Pierre and Mike Becker drag race now to the 1 and 2. St. Pierre gets the edge off the second corner. Look at this double zero of Becker trying to shut the door, but Ron Laura was there in the purple and black number 65 as he works his way up in the third. Look at Spencer go 3 wide. Kenny Spencer trying to look to the outside. Becker tucks it back in. Everybody punches up. It looks like Kenny Spencer has a problem. Well, he came a little too close to the front straightaway wall, and you can see the left rear tire outside of the body. It's not supposed to be there. Problem also with the number 2 of Titus. He goes out, but that leaves the goal. Here comes St. Pierre once again. The car extremely loose, and that's going to leave the bottom side open. Here comes the Rocket, Ronaldo. Sticks his nose underneath. St. Pierre is able to shut the door, but he throws the back end out from underneath him as he gets extremely loose on the floor. And Ricky Gannon goes 3 wide. Eddie Gannon puts the pinch down on Lower, backs out. St. Pierre finally goes around on his own, puts the car down to the inside of the racetrack, and the yellow flag is out. Well, he's going to sit there and wait for the caution to come out, which is a very number 32 for Bobby Leclerc. Looking for the green flag off of turn number 4. Gannon jumps on the throttle, moves it down across the finish line, and as he takes the lead, here comes Souza on the inside, and that black number 25. Well, as we said, Eddie Gannon has had the monkey on his back all year. He's usually a front runner. He has had problems all year long. Maybe he has shaken the monkey this time as he leads the race again. Down into 1 and 2 they go. Gannon continues to set the pace. The 25 of Souza takes a look down low down the back straightaway, gets up to the wheel. He's there underneath. Doors stays open. Souza gets side by side off the fourth corner. Well, last week in Victory Lane, Brian Souza said he is now 40 years old. He has to get things done a lot quicker because he's a lot older. So now he goes right after Eddie Gannon. He brings the John McHenry 25 to the bottom, and this time by, he has the lead. Number 6 gives the lead to the 25 of Souza. The 8 of Gannon hasn't given up yet. He continues to run that outside groove, but he falls back just a little bit on the outside. Battle for third heating up between the 26 Fernandez and the 45 of Scotty Estrella. One car again, the bad luck monkey is taking a part out of the running wall. That car went from leading the race, now running back to almost last in the field. Only 1 car behind him, that's the 15 of Serrandos. The number 70 of Glenn Lyon is settled in for the 5th position as he takes a look underneath Fernandez down the front straightaway, settles him back behind, takes another look down low, down the back stretch, but's got to settle in for 5th at this point. Well, out of front, flying Brian Souza. He has about 2 car lengths to lead now over Eddie Gannon. Well, the same distance back to the Eagle Eye Slate development number 45 of Estrella. Estrella about a car length and a half over Gannon. They race back to the 2 to go mark. 2 more times around the 3rd mile for Brian Souza, who continues to stretch out the lead. Back has having problems now is the number 26 of Peter Fernandez. He got a little bit loose off the 4th corner, not allowed the 70 of Glenn Lawton to get by. Now Becker has gotten by as well. The field now strings out. Everybody running a single file order. Souza real out in front. He has it pretty well sewn up with the white flag out. But keep your eyes on Gannon. Estrada's running. Everybody qualified and got order right now. Checkered flags on. Brian Souza will hold on for the winner tonight in the first of tonight's heat races. Ed Gannon, the 3rd, will finish 2nd with the 45 of Scotty Estrella, 3rd, the 70 of Glenn Lawton, and the 00 of Mike Becker rounding out the top 5. Ronnie Young with a feature win already this season. Jerry DeGasperi, the top running rookie driver right now, defending champion. And the Big Ball Holiday FC 81, James Lawrence and Corey Boudreau. Green is out. Whoa, got a little sidestep. Here comes Vanessa Nicholas Fantasy's number 9 at the number 9. Oh, the maroon and white, number 9, Vanessa, edges out in front of Keith Morrow. Morrow tries to hold it in on the bottom, but here comes Bob Clark in the number 96 as he tries to work his way to the outside as well. Vanessa missed the first week waiting for the Nat Chevrolet racing engine. He now has the car running pretty well on the outside groove. Give a call to Keith Morrow. The number 38 has had nothing but bad luck all year, and now the car runs out in front in this heat. Well, James Lawrence got kicked up into the third groove as Corey Boudreau took a look to the inside of Dean Petty. That pink and black number 21 a little bit loose heading into 1 and 2, but he gathers it back in as he tries to get underneath the 71 of DeGasperi. Driver back after missing on a back stress. That's the number 28 of Sean Woodward. He does draw out the yellow flag. 28 handling. One driver back, Kevin, after missing a whole bunch of weeks. He was here the first 2 weeks. That's Rusty Bryant, the 08. He has been running out at the new car. Eddie Moore looks him over. The field's supposed to get on the gas at the white line unless he lets him go early. He does, and Vanessa gets the jump for the Club Fantasy number 9. Keith Morrow still struggling in that white Pontiac number 38 as he starts to slide back. Bob Clark tries to thread the needle down the back straightaway, but just can't get it done. Look at Young trying the inside of Bamford. Glenn Young knows these heats go quick, and you got to get to the front. He brings the Viking sheep on number 99 to the bottom side of Keith Morrow. He now runs to the back bumper of the Simpsons Autobody number 88. Well, it's a good thing Corey Boudreau did not see the 3 of Ken Spencer in the first heat, because Ken tried the third groove, and it bit him, just like it bit Corey Boudreau. Corey got caught up on the outside of DeGasperi heading in the corner, got caught up in the loose stuff. Once you get stuck up in the sand and the marbles, as they call it, the small pieces of rubber, you cannot get a bite. Boudreau is falling way, way back, and that's going to hurt him. He was going into tonight's event as your points leader, about 5 points ahead of Glenn Lawton. Well, now Bob Clark takes his turn in the third groove, not to his doing, though, as he got kicked up there. He's able to gather it back in. Right behind Keith Morrow, who continues to backslide. Keep your eyes on 08 of Rusty Bryant, former street stop champion here. Bryant now has the Everett Auto Pop car up to the third running spot, and he now looks after Glenn Young. There's the 5 cars. 6 is the battle we're watching between the 81 James Lawrence and the 38 machine of Keith Morrow, as Dean Petty now takes a look inside of Bamford. Battle for the lead off of turn number 4. Here comes Glenn Young, the fireball, looks down to the outside of Paul Vanessa. Vanessa continues to run the outside groove. That is a brand new Jimmy Kuhn car, and the Kuhn car is running on the outside. Keep your eyes on Bryant. Bryant sits back in the third spot, just waiting for something to happen. Glenn Young moving the monkeys off his back finally as he works his way to the inside. But give a call to Vanessa, who's running strong on the outside. Bob Clark has a problem in the 96. 2 to go, this time by for Firewall Glenn Young. And the KTSI trucking contact in the middle of the field. Dean Petty checks up. He got hit from the back by James Lawrence and Jerry DeGasperi. There are debris up in the 4th turn. The white flag is out as they race back. Here comes Glenn Young. Nose to tail, the top 3. The number 99 of Glenn Young continues to set the pace. The 08 of Rusty Bryant tries a nose underneath. Down the back straightaway, he's got a let off. Young has the inside. The checkers are out. Here comes Boudreau trying to get back up to a fine running spot, but back at the ride, it's going to be Glenn Young. Rusty Bryant in for second. Paul Vanessa, Kenny Bamford, Dean Petty, the 81 of James Lawrence. And I believe Jerry DeGasperi beat Corey Boudreau back to the line, but that is the unofficial finish. Out of Warwick, Rhode Island in the number 5. Slick Billy Prisco in the Edna May Fishing Vessel, Consumer Auto Supply number 88, followed by the 51 of Bill Vitello and Tom Duffy in the number 15 round out the field. And look at Boudreau shoot to the bottom as he looks to take the lead down the back straightaway. As he does that, Rebello in that black and red number 9 closes in close to the outside. As Boudreau gets a little bit loose, Caswell holds on to the lead, to the outside, takes over second. Lance Campbell works the inside in that blue and red number 42. He sits third on the field. Rebello works his way up front out of turn number 4 to complete lap number 2. Mike Rebello sets the pace. The 86 of Bill Caswell is second. Lance Campbell is third, number 42. Manny Dias has worked his way up in a 4th in that black number 1 with the defending champion and points leader, the number 88 of Billy Prisco, working his way up into 5th. Bill Vitello started scratch on the field, works his way up into 6th, and that's number 15. Brian Vincent trying to work his way back towards the front. They have a problem with the front two of the front cars, the 17 of Brightman and the 65 of Perdurz. Those two cars have slid all the way back to the rear of the field. 4 down, 4 to go for Mike Rebello in that block to number 9 as he continues to dominate this heat event. Second is the number 86 of Caswell, but he's got a lot of pressure. The two Mustangs battle side by side down the back straightaway. Lance Camber down low in that red and blue number 42 and the white number 86, and here comes Briscoe on the inside. Briscoe shoots to the inside, gets by Camber, now takes a look underneath the 86 of Caswell. Down the back straightaway, that's a battle for second. Not much of one for Briscoe as he works his way behind the 9 of Rebello. Last week's feature winner, Billy Briscoe, on the move with 2 to go. Here comes the 51 of Matera. Matera now up to the outside of Camber. That's for the 4th spot. Down the back straightaway, the white flag is out, but it's all Mike Rebello. One more time around the 3rd mile over for Mike Rebello, who started 4th out of the field, quickly worked his way up to the front, and has been unchallenged. He heads down the back straightaway for the final time. A comfortable 10-car length lead over Briscoe, who sits comfortably in 2nd. Checkers are out this time. By the alpha page, number 99 for Rebello. The number 9 for Rebello picks up the win. Briscoe 2nd. Caswell, Camber, Batello, Manny Dias. The number 8 in the 17 of Nicholas Brightman. And Harold route out the field. Fitzgerald not able to start with the 0-3. Green is out, and Vaness gets the jump over Robertson as they headed to 1 and 2. Well, Thomas the Vaness brothers up front, 1st and 3rd, as Derek Robertson sits in between as they head off the 2nd corner. Lenny Guy trying to hold on to that red, orange, and white number 70, but he's got Ned Ryan closing on the back bumper fast. So Bob Luongo's Auto Sales. Action cycles number 21 for Ryan. He's always put the front. Keep your eyes on the 10 of Leon Hayes and the 0 of Ronnie Casto. A problem up front. Everybody bunches up behind the 3 and the 20. Everybody keeps going, but what that does is open the door for Vaness to walk away with the number 7. Ryan Vaness, it's very comfortable, 15 car lengths ahead of the 20 of Derek Robertson. Robertson had some problems as the number 3 tried to get by. He tried to shut the door, but Robertson was already there. That was the contact we talked about a minute ago off the 2nd corner. Now Vaness tries one more time to the outside off the front corner. Letty Guy gets to the side of Danny Perry as they hit those bushes that may have messed up Guy's front end as he starts to slide back. Another car on the back slide is the 21 of Ned Ryan. He was on the move and now sits down, tough to fall back behind Letty Guy. Well, one guy sliding forward is the orange and white number 0. The Tony Stewart lookalike 0. Ron Castro Jr. He sits 5th on the field and working his way through the traffic as he battles with Dan Perry in the number 35. One guy that he is dragging to the front is the Scoot Sprague, number 10 from Leon Hayes. Hayes has the Gary Street trail, number 10, right to the back bumper of the 0. He now looks to the bottom side as they head into turn number 2. Perry gets the advantage in that blue number 35. Robertson falls back to 4th. Here comes Castro shooting to the outside as he tries to get the momentum up high. 2 more times around for the Vaness boys. Ryan up front, Mike in 2nd. Ryan Vaness with a little front call from the corner of the car, scrolls away. He catches it again. Here comes Castro over the outside with the Home Depot number 0. He now runs to the 4th spot. The white flag is out this time by. One more time around for Ryan Vaness as he's got his brother Mike closing in fast. It's going to be something between the 2 of them with the 35 of Dan Perry holding off right now. The 10 of Leon Lee Hayes in the 0 Castle. They make a sandwich out of Perry. Here comes Hayes as the checkers come out. It's going to be the Rocket. Ryan Vaness, Mike Vaness in for 2nd. Hayes, Danny Perry, the 0 Castle, Letty Guy, Derek Robertson, and the 21 for Ned Ryan. Mike Chatterley, Steve Gordon, and Dane Pass, it's Al Clements the 3rd. Rounding out the field, Bobby Rosen, the number 24 out of Berkeley. Gary Wainwright, the number 89 out of Pittsburgh. And Al Clements the 4th, the number 99. Problems right away for Wainwright. He is off the pace with the number 89. He looks like he might have missed a gear. He starts to get up to speed. What that does, everybody else runs away, and especially Rob Mohan. He takes over the lead. Mohan out front, starts on 2nd. He's got a load of cars right behind. He's got the 6 of Cavallaro. Connor's drifting up the speedway as the back end comes out. He makes a little bit of contact with Cavallaro, but Cavallaro is able to shut the door. Here comes the 85 for Barry Shaw. Connor's way out wide. He tucks the car back in, almost catches Paul Edis, scared him a little bit. Everybody tucks back in. Edis with a big-time push in the corners, and that opens the field up, and everybody begins to separate. 6 cars will make the move up, and keep your eyes on Don Edis in the number 70, as he currently sits 6th on the field. Anybody gets by him? Looking for the consolation round. Edis gets the back end to come out from underneath. Rose gets loose as well off into Everybody jumping for positions. Out in front, it's Rob Mohead of the SET Southeast Trucking Transport number 26. Eric Snow in the 83 in second. Here comes Barry Shaw in third position, number 85. Snow with a big push. Shaw goes to the outside as they race back to the halfway. Well, the snow is starting to melt in that number 83 as he starts to slide back just a little bit. The 85 for Barry Shaw. Cavallaro works that back number. And now comes the fourth battle for that sixth and final transfer spot. Everybody having a tough time getting by the 8-hour rookie number 70 of Edens. That car pushing in the straightaways, which is a pretty odd thing to see. Now he takes the 70 to the pit area. Not in front, Rob Mohan with a big time slide. That's going to let the car stop to get away. And here comes Barry Shaw. Shaw closing the gap just a little bit off the fourth corner. He's got it down to 2 car lengths as Mohan continues to set the pace. Really good one since what? Outside of number 6 of Cavallaro. Better is Street Stalker. Al Clement sits right behind Beardwood to the number 72 as they head back this time. 2 to go. Mohan with the 180's 26 on in front. Shore is in second. Here comes Eric Snow, Cavallaro, Beardwood, and Al Clements. Those are the 6 cars who will make the transfer if they can complete the finish this way. One more lap to go and nobody in danger of losing that. Clements as they head down to 1 and 2. Barry Shaw takes a look to the bottom side of the racetrack. Mohead closes the door as they head back to the line. This time it's going to be Rob Mohead to pick up the win. Barry Shaw second, Eric Snow, Rich Cavallaro for Beardwood. The bottom car to qualify will be number 72 for Al Clements. And Turk Gumby in the number 42, that's the starting field. Green is out, and no, it's not. McConnell got the jump. Ramisa didn't get going anymore, didn't like what he saw, and the yellow comes right back out. Sherman just spent it. Furtado going to hit the field wide open just about. Green is out. Ramisa gets the jump. Helen stutters off the start. Here goes the 37 of Jody Cirillo. Helen gets good, kicked up into the third group up front. Cirillo takes over the lead in that purple and black number 37. The 65 Moniz tries to follow through on the inside. And look at Rio and Sherman go out up for 4th. Nancy Sherman with the true veteran of the sport. She started out here just about at the beginning of the street stock division. She's still here with the number 67 Camaro. Now running to the bottom side of Ramisa. Keep your eyes on the orange pumpkin on the outside. That's Stacy Bolton.
Well, Turk Gunbay has reacquainted himself to the back straightaway. Well, you can see a lot of fluid is something blown. Could be a radiator hose or something in the radiators. A lot of fluid is down in the turn 2 area on the speedway.
Well, it'll be a few minutes for Chuck Tanner of the Super Crew to head on down. You have your lucky program numbers. 65 for Eddie Mone is now run to the bottom side. It's a former running low of number 65. He now run to the second. Here comes Stacy Moulton. 3 wide. Furtado dives in. It's 3 wide. Furtado Moulton. The 21 back down to 1 and 2. Ramisa with a big time push. He slides up the track. Sherman tries to stick her nose in. Everybody gets down to the bottom side. Ramisa makes contact with Sherman. Gamache. Moulton, everybody locks them up. Around goes Doug Rio. And the caution is forced down. Nancy Sherman with a flat tire. Possibly Ramisa as well. He may have a flat with that car. The bumper cover hanging off the back of his Y2 once again. Second Street Heat taking a little bit of toll on him. The green is out. Cirillo gets the jump with the 37. Moni's got one sleeping. Here comes Furtado down the bottom side. Up to the top side. Teammate to Tommy Furtado. It's Bobby Betancourt. Furtado started on a pole. Had a problem with the beginning jump to start. He has now worked himself back to the 3rd spot. One car characteristic. 16 for Burton. They have a tire going away. Those are one of the top runners, one feature win this year. Out in front, the 37, Paul Williamsburg, number 37, the second generation driver, Jody Cirillo. The 21 of Betancourt now looks to the bottom side of Moniz. He tucks it in between Moniz and Gamache, and he's trying to get to the bottom side of the racetrack. That's where the car is working. And in a matter of laps, I would say he's going to be on the back bumper of the 37 of Cirillo. Bobby Betancourt, one of the toughest drivers in this division. He shows why he's the track champion. Manchester Bolton now has the 16 Cup
back down to the bottom side of the racetrack. He's trying to get around the 92 of Galosh. Cirillo out in front. Now Saxton's they head down the back straightaway. Bobby Betancourt begins to pull up on the outside. He has about a half a car like over Patano. Patano drives it back in. This time by 2 to go. Jody Cirillo. That's the 65 for Eddie Moniz. The 2 for Del Rio and Revisa. Everybody here qualifies to do this. Flag is out. He's down the back straightaway. Jody Cirillo. Here comes Betancourt. One last time. Does he have what it takes to get around him? He looks to the low side of the car sideways. Back to the line. It's going to be Jody Cirillo. Bobby Betancourt. Bobby Patano. Eddie Galosh. Chase Ball. Eddie Moniz. Del Rio. And the 58 for Louis Remiza. Keep your eyes on that car. They had to replace a power steering rod in the car, as well as a motor again this week. He has had nothing but bad luck to Kenny Rigo number 1. Green is out. Bernard gets the jump. He takes over the lead. Contact. He tried to pitch the number 49 down. They made contact. Everybody bunches up behind him. Here comes the 57 for John Claspy. Bernard pushes the 49 up. And here comes Claspy. 3 wide down the front straight. That's where he wanted to be in the beginning. He takes over the lead. Crosby in second. Here comes the 47 for Johnny Belmont. And the Edgar Town number 49 for Bernard is around, and he takes around with him the 12 of Flagler. Caution flag is out, and you can see that coming. Bernard has a problem with the 49. He could not keep the car down, and he ended up catching a few cars leading the points right now. Jimmy Sylvia, the 116, is leading the points. Bobby Betancourt is in second, about 30 points back from Sylvia. Bobby Rose sits behind him. Pete Rhoda, Al Clements, Joe Ferro with that order. Rotundo got a little jump, and the green came out. Down the back straightaway, Claspy a little loose, but that opens the door. Here comes the 0-2 for Kelly. Kelly looks to the bottom side, and he's bringing Pete Rhoda with him. With the 57, he's Claspy cuts back in, but Sylvia goes to his own line down the bottom side of the racetrack. He still has Claspy hung out to dry the outside groove. Rotundo way out in front. And Bob to number 13. Chris Rio, he has the car straightened out again, but he's got something wrong with the car. Back to the line, but Rotundo gets the jump on the steam. CJ Hunter is 0-2. Another Wood Products number 3 sits third. Here comes Sylvia. And last year, Steve Benetti featured with him. Yeah, number 4 is Ruby Coleman. Red flag coming out for number 18. And Kevin Rios, some smoke coming from under the hood of that car. Could be some oil smoke. The car has gone away from Johnny Claspy. Back and for Johnny Claspy, and Pete Rhoda ended up getting turned around in the final lap after making contact with the 116 of Sylvia. He stops down at the start finish line. He is not happy. The second of the Columbus Oil team sits fifth on the field. And number 14 on a Warren Island, it's Jay Macedonio. And alongside on a Blackstone Bass in Anytime Plumbing, number 17, it's Joel LeMay. The young lady out of Seekonk Bass at a WWF, Torch Bar and Grill, number 4, it's Robin Sloan. And alongside of her, the ageless veteran out of Seekonk Bass, in the number 1, it's Billy Clark. Next on the field, out of Swansea, Massachusetts, in number 24, is the Wizard, Ray Solia. And alongside of Ray, out of Somerset, Massachusetts, the team truck in the Shady Tree Auto Sales, St. Anne's Credit Union, number 28, it's Kevin Casper. Final truck on the field, in the number 48, and a happy birthday goes out to him, it's David De Silva. First of the truck heats, down the back straightaway, Turpin, Nick Macedonia, Don Carrero, Brightman, Jay Macedonia with Joe LeMay. Eddie Moore looks him over, green is out. Turpin gets the jump as they head down over the Jay Macedonia with that big Nats racing engine of the out under the hood on the 4-cylinder number 92. Here comes Jay Macedonia down to the bottom side of the racetrack, and he brings Robin Sloan with him. Number 5 still out in front. Here comes Mike Brightman. Brightman looks to the bottom side. He threads the needle between Nick Macedonio, and here comes Joe LeMay. He's going to follow him through. Nick Macedonio, the youngster, has been caught up on the outside. New leader this time by the number 14 in the Canadian Excavating. Columbus Oil number 14. That's Jay Macedonio. Macedonio down. Around a trick like the and here comes last week's feature winner. The Rose Brightman on number 27. It's not Mike Brightman. Brightman now running up the third spot. He's going through the pin. Very bad. Brought away. Ray Solia, Kevin Casper out on the bottom side of Turner. He's going to bring Billy Clark as they head back to the line. It's the halfway mark this time. Robin Sloan, 27 of Brandon, Joe LeMay. Here comes Ray Solia, Kevin Casper, and the 1 for Billy Clark. He'll spread out on this spot. Billy Clark and Kevin Casper. Early leader, Rich Turpin sits behind them and going the red number 5. Macedonia, the youngster's going to pick up the 2 to go as he heads above the light. Here comes Sloan, Robin Sloan, as she's doing so, here comes the 27. Last week's feature winner, as we said, Mike Brightman, gives you room for big stock stand out here. But now one of the toughest drivers in the truck division, the white flag is out. Can't think it is. Casper, that allows him to run a Clark to the line. It's going to be Jay Macedonio. Joe LeMay, Billy Clark, Kevin Casper, Nick Macedonio, Dave De Silva, the feature winner already out here, number 64, George Rigo. The 2 of Kiefer has already picked up a win this year. I believe Billy Flitt has a win this year, and here comes the green as the field now looks them over. Eddie Moore takes a good look at him, gives him the green, and here comes Alan Leach at number 43. He brings the doors down there for the first turn.
Leach jumps out to the early lead, not able to hold on to the inside groove as Mike Butts now in that white Toyota number 63 works his way to the outside. He holds on to 3rd. Tom Kiefer, the number 2, is 4th.
Keep your eyes on the DB bar number 64 for George Rigo. First stock and late model standout here at Seekonk Speedway. That truck already 2 feature wins on it. He'll be heading to the front. Here comes Johnny Tripp. He looks to make it 3 wide, tucks it back in beside the number 65 for Pat McCrellan.
Tries to sink that black and blue number 18 down to the inside of Brian Clark. Tries it one more time, but not able to get enough momentum there. So that Clark, nobody's there off the second corner. Clark is 3rd in himself into 63 of Butts as Butts starts to slide back on the outside. He sits back in the 8th spot.
Well, out in front, the RPW, number 43 is Alan Leach. That has the truck's general cleaning, number 87 in second. Tommy Kiefer, feature winner in the opening night here. He is 6th and 3rd. Here comes second generation driver, Billy Clark. And probably one driver who's driven just about every kind of car you can think of. Here comes Johnny Tripp.
To the outside of Clark, down the front straightaway, down into 1 and 2. Billy Flint, the black and red number 13, looks down low of the 18 of Tripp as he tries to get into the top 5. This time by, there's 5 down, 5 to go.
The rookie still out in front, Alan Leach. He's going to catch him, put the lap on Josh Wheeler. Wheeler still unable to get that truck working. Somerset Speed, number 99. He's about to go down a lap. The field now begins to bunch up past the 4th spot. Red driver off the page.
He sits behind Billy Flint, number 13, back into the 9th position. About 3 car lengths behind Flint. Flint works the inside of Tripp. Tripp works the outside of Clark. That's a battle for 4th as they come off the 4th corner.
That's the rookie Alan Leach. Leach well out in front. The field now starts to shuffle out by Josh Wheeler. Wheeler off the pace. Well enough for he's going to go down a lap in the heat race. 2 to go this time by for Alan Leach.
Leach commands this race. Doing a great job holding on for second in the red, white, blue, and yellow number 87. About a car length behind him is the red and yellow number 2 for Kiefer as Tripp continues to work the outside with 1 lap to go.
Billy Flint, your point leader so far. This is good. He's fired back in traffic. As is Johnny Tripp. Tripp has just broken out of the pack and he now goes to the outside of the 21 for Billy Clark. Back to Brian Clark, excuse me, back to the line. It's going to be Alan Leach. He picks up the heat win. The hand is in the air. And then Tommy Kiefer, the 87 for Johnny Tripp. The 21 for Brian Clark, George Rigo in the 13 for Billy Flint. So there you have it. Lopes Construction, New England Recycling, number 24, it's Radical Rick Martin. The Pembroke Mass native, Billy Goodrose, is next on the field alongside of the number 27. And the Wendy Gamacho, number 27, out of Manville, Rhode Island, it's Danny Gamache. Here you have it, first stock heat number 1 lined up. Bobby Tripp, Todd Henshaw, Eddie San Angelo, Dave Hutchins, Nick Houlihan, Bobby Leclerc, Rob Murray, Wayne Newman, Wayne Dion, Rick Martin, Billy Goodrow, and Danny Gamache. Rick Martin went around and both cars went to the rear of the field, and that left the door open for the rookie driver, Bobby Leclerc, to pick up his first win. Can he do it again tonight? Green is out, and Bobby Tripp gets the jump over Todd Henshaw as they head down the road.
Henshaw gets a little bit sideways down the front straightaway. The 96 of Hutchins got it to the back of just a little bit. Unable to close the door in front of Dick Houlihan in the number 41. He works the outside of St. Angelo off of turn number 2.
As Bobby Tripp, he's running extremely well tonight, as well as in the practice session. But as of last couple of weeks, Tripp cannot get the car going as come feature time, and see if he can do it again tonight.
Going through the corners, it's a little bit off. You can see it is not Henshaw was able to close the gap just a little bit through the corners, but down the straightaway, it's all Tripp.
Todd Henshaw, a little fashion. Here comes the 10. Feature winner this year, the former track champion here, Eddie San Angelo. San Angelo has the Vindiana Ramon, number 10, running in the 3rd spot. Here comes
Houlihan works the inside of Hutchins down the back straightaway, and following him is the green and blue number 08 for Rob Murray. Murray puts that over the pace.
Rob Murray, former standout here in the late model sportsman division. That is the car now being driven by Eddie Gannon. Halfway mark is out this time by Bobby Tripp. It was a straightaway.
Red and yellow, number 81, the Appleby Chevrolet, as he dominates the seat event. Todd Henshaw off a strong showing last Saturday night, looking to continue that here tonight.
The Everett Auto Pot number 28 thought he might have had it last week, and he fell a little bit short. Now here comes Hutchins. Hutchins still hanging strong up on the outside of Murray. What he's doing is moving up.
Ryan Hull stuck in traffic deep in the pack. He sits behind the 96 of Dave Hutchins, and on the outside of Bobby Leclerc, the yellow and white number 42. Hutchins sliding back outside of Henshaw, but Dick Houlihan looks down low there.
Dick Houlihan has driven just about every race car you can think of, mini stocks, modified. Already has a feature win this year. But out in front with the white flag, it's Bobby Tripp with the Applebee's Golf Carts. Evans Auto Parts, Hydrostop Roofing, number 81.
St. Angelo Ken has not been able to get a run going. Now Houlihan edges up and evens out down to 3. Checkered flag is out. Tripp takes down the win. Second will be Todd Henshaw. Eddie St. Angelo through. Zimmer rounding out the top 5. Wayne Dion was 6th with the 42 of Bobby Leclerc. 7th, 8th was the 96 of Hutchins with the 24 of Rick Martin and the 7 of Wayne Newman rounding out the top 10.
Freddie Estelle was 4th. The rookie Bobby Leclerc was sitting in the 5th spot. Billy Manchester, Mike Cavallaro, Ray Lee, Dave Hutchins, and Todd Henshaw. So this is going to help Henshaw up in the points. But Rick Martin being mired down in the traffic in that race there may hurt him come points battle later on in the season. You got to remember, every point is going to help you towards your track championship.
Pro Stocks are getting ready to roll out for round number 2. Want to remind all the folks of Seekonk Speedway, down at the base of the tower next to the Seekonk Speedway souvenir stand underneath us here on the main straightaway. Be sure to stop and pick up a tape of your favorite night of racing, and as always, you can watch the tape down at George Bar and Grill each and every Tuesday night. 11 cars will take the green flag for the 12th lap. American paving car number 11, it's Vinny Anarumo. Outside of Anarumo, out of Seekonk, Mass, the 87 for Mike Cavallaro. Starting 5th on the field, last year's Rookie of the Year in the Pro Stocks. Out of Westport, Mass, the Rainbow Rentals, Harris Trip Construction, number 95, for Billy Manchester. Outside of Manchester, out of Seekonk, Mass, the Almeida Construction McLaughlin Automotive Stores car, number 02, for Matt Dewey. Starting next on the field, out of Westport, Mass, the Resort Marketing, Edna May, car number 14, it's Freddie Estelle Jr. Outside of Jr., out of Pembroke, Massachusetts, in the Converse Photo Supply. WNC Construction number 31, it's Jeff Goodrow. The Shark, Chad Chase, rolls off 9th on the field in the Viveris Insurance LeCavert Brothers. 46, outside of him, Ray Alexander in the 0, out of Barrington, Rhode Island, and James Wade in the 83, rounding off the field.
Mike Hassel, after a hard hit last week, suffered a mild concussion over the week. He takes over the lead with the Industrial Electric over 15, but not to be outdone. Here comes former stand down here, getting back behind the scenes. Slowly works his way back on the inside as they go double wide off the second quarter. Hassel jumps out front, shuts the door. Scully settles in for second. Keep your eyes on the 11 for Vinny Anarumo. He's down 6-1. He's run up to the 3rd. That is a Dale Shaw car. Dale Shaw, a former Busch Grand National North and Busch Grand National South driver, is now building cars up here in the Northeast. And that is one of his challenges. The 95 for Billy Manchester gets a little bit loose through the corner. He almost got into the 87 of Cavallaro. The 14 of Freddie Estelle Jr. took a look to the inside. He had a back up. The one that comes out first is the 87 for Mike Cavallaro had its best run last week, going to the scales, finishing in the top 5. That is a mechanical performance chassis underneath the body of that car. But well out in front is the 15-2 for Tom Scully and the 15 for Mike Hassel. The top 5 run nose to tail off the 4th corner. Now Freddie Estelle takes a right to the outside of Manchester. Estelle on the other, Manchester on the other, number 95. Side by side down the back straightaway. Give the advantage to Manchester. As all this is going on, the Shark Estelle now tries to get the takes back in behind for Manchester. Up in front, it's still the 15 for Mike Hassel. As we said, Hassel had a hard hit last week. 15 up in the first turn area. Here's the car working again this week, and he may break into the victory lane tonight. Looking for that elusive first out of first. Scully continues to have the back straightaway, and now battle for 4th heats up as Estelle gets a run on the outside. 2 to go, this time by for Mike Hassel. Tom Scully. Here comes Freddie Estelle. Now outside. He may have made quick work of the 95 for Billy Manchester, but Manchester drives it back down the bottom. White flag is out.
flag is out off turn number 4, and give the win to Tom Scully. Second will be Mike Hatcher. Making it over third, Billy Manchester. Fourth with the 14 of Freddie Snell rounding out the top 5. One of our weekly sponsors. The first round of lucky numbers are 22, 99, 14 of Chris Rio out of Fall River, Mass. Outside of Rio is Al Clements the 4th in the number 99. Starting 5th on the field out of East Falmouth, Mass. The Falmouth Recycling LPR auto removal car number 58 and out of Middleborough, Mass. Kevin Foreman is scheduled to start next out of North Attleboro, Mass in the number 17. With Jim Sylvia, Don Strick, Ben Bay, Kevin Rio, and Mark Langlois rounding out the field.
It didn't take long before contact is made. Bernard, after having problems with the heat, made contact again, this time with Brian Connors, and both come. 8 cars make the move up out of the feature, out of the consolation round into the feature. What that is right now, Gary Wainwright is the man on the bubble, number 89. And that leaves, as of right now, Teddy Bernard in the 23 for Connors, both heading on the trailer and heading home. So keep your eyes on the 89, the 49, and the 23. Those are that's the last spot to get in.
Looking for the green off the 4th corner, looking for one more time. Rose gets a jump over Clements, but Clements in his rookie race doing a great job, and look at Rhoda work the inside.
Clements with the number 99, that is the former Joe Farrow number 99. Contact between Nancy Sherman and Doug Rio. Rio goes to the infield, he is well off the track. And once again, Bernard and Connors make contact. Teddy Bernard went around, and it looks like Eddie Moore is nothing.
One's a southpaw, and they keep connecting, and they both able to pull away, but looks like one of these drivers will get the black flag if they come around the corner.
It looks like the number 49 for Teddy Bernard has used up his favors tonight with the starter Eddie Moore as he gets the black flag and heads to the feature winner earlier this season. And the 23 for Brian Connors, and as of right now, the one car that is not qualified is the 2 for Doug Rio. So keep your eyes on the 116 of Sylvia, the 23, and the 2 for Rio. That battle right there will be for the final qualifying spot tonight.
Looking for the green one more time. Still 0 laps have been completed. Green flag is out. We're underway. Rose again gets to jump over Clements as the 58 Remiza slows up a little bit on the front straightaway. Sherman trying to battle her way through, and look at Connors fight that 23.
Brian Connors obviously after making contact a couple times there with Bernard. The car has gone away, but he is qualified because the 89 of Gary Wainwright is going to go to the pit area.
Wainwright brings that number 89 into the pits. That leaves 8 cars out on the speedway, and all cars will qualify. Just the only question is how they will line up. You've got Rose out front, Clements in second, third is a 3 voter, but look at the 116 is Sylvia.
Sylvia, as of a lap or 2 ago, was sitting almost last on the field. He now goes to the bottom side of Pete Rhoda. That's for the 3rd spot. 2 of the fastest cars in the street stock division, battling for the 3rd spot in the consolation round.
I'll give that spot to the 116 to Sylvia as he sits behind the number 99 of Al Clements. Almost called him Joe Farrow behind the wheel there. Down into 3 and 4. Rhoda battles back on the inside.
Pete Rhoda, a little bit of contact as they head out of turn number 3. Now the front straightaway, but out in front. Bobby Rose continues to run away with the Motorsports 24. You gotta give a call to him, Kevin. The number 99 for Clements in his rookie race. Here he has got the car qualified and is running with the 3rd place point man, with the 4th place point man sitting right behind him. He is running as fast as they are.
They picked up a good car, but that doesn't necessarily mean success. It all has to do with the driver. He's a big part of the equation. As Clements now sits 4th on field, trying to close a gap between he and Rose. Looks like he's just pretty much settled for that spot with a few laps remaining.
Well, the 116 is leading the points right now. Bobby Rose is 3rd place point man. Pete Rhoda is the 4th place point man. The car that he is driving The 59 for Joe Farrell was sitting 6th in the points, so it's a good car, and obviously he is a good driver. This time by Rose, the number 99, both pick up the 2-to-go mark.
Field strung itself out, pretty much settled things amongst themselves. The only question is who's going to finish third. Is it going to be the 3 of Rhoda, or will it be the 116 of Sylvia? Sylvia hasn't given up on that spot yet. Takes one more look to the outside of Rhoda with one more time around.
Two cars battling at the rear of the field. Connors and Ramiza. Ramiza with a big-time push with the number 58. From the middle of the corner out, the tires are turned right over. Both of those cars running for the final spot. The checker flag is out this time by Bobby Rose. Picks up the win. Second is Clement. Third is the 3 for Rhoda. Fourth is the 116 for Sylvia. Nancy Sherman, Doug Rio. Back to the line. It's going to be Ramiza and the 23 for Brian Connors.
A complete lap. Looks like they're just about ready to go. McGruff has got the green flag. Is he ready? Are the youngsters ready?
I think McGruff needs a hand with this one. He needs the crowd to let him know when to raise the green flag. Oh, we had one youngster pull out of the race. Must have had a flat. We got one that's way out front. Oh, the youngster with the blue helmet and the big wheel. About 3 cars, he's slowing down, and now he gets beat. And the tape didn't break like it should have, almost decapitated one youngster. But we got one lucky winner down there who's got a red, yellow, and blue striped shirt, a red helmet, and a big wheel.
Well, Kevin, these young riders have learned from some of the best in the business.
I think the pro stocks can learn something from these kids.
Now, all these youngsters from both divisions will be up in victory lane for photos and autographs for anybody who wants to pick them up. And as always, Ernie Boucher's got checkered flags for each and every participant down on the trike race. McGruff's down there congratulating the winner and all the competitors, and the crash test dummies trying to fix their heads.
This time, Kyle and whoever wins the second race will be starting to make their way up towards the 4th turn area, up to the victory lane area. And Kyle will actually be signing autographs later on up at the victory lane area. So if you have picked up your program police armor, never mind getting the drivers to sign autographs. How about getting the kid like Kyle Cabral to sign his first autograph?
Well, now the 6 to 8-year-olds roll out onto the track, and it looks like we've got a few more than in this division than we did in the others. And we'll see if we can get the type of domination that we had in the first trike race. Once again, we want to thank everybody for coming on down, bringing their children down with the tricycles and big wheels to qualify. And next year, we're looking for a bigger and better dare night tricycle race for all the youngsters.
Well, Kevin, you see some of the fathers and mothers down there starting to give their children last-minute advice. Cheryl Perry down there taking my son Travis as she's hooking him up, getting him ready, giving him some last-minute pointers. I'm sure Lou Rotundo and his father Ed Perry have given him some last-minute pointers. Ronnie Laurel is down there with Dylan in this race.
McGraw's down there shaking hands, wishing everybody good luck. He's got the green flag in his hand. He's ready. The kids are just about ready. It's us up at this end that aren't ready for this one to go. They've got to put the finishing stripe up, and it looks like they shortened the go about 15 to 20 feet for the older children.
Pit steward Dave Pagano down there checking it over. He wants the line a little longer. He doesn't want to shorten it up for these riders. If you go too much, they're going to be tired by the time they get to the first turn.
Well, they were down there checking the big wheels and tricycles, make sure there were no tire softener on those tricycles. Well, it looks like they're about ready to go. We've got to get Rocky off the track because the kids are going to run him over in a minute. McGruff is ready. Are you ready? Let him know. This one was an even start. We got one youngster almost falling off his tricycle. We got one youngster in a big wheel aiming at the finish line. Motors are through, and he's got a Rick Martin sweatshirt on, and I guess he's been watching Rick run the laps here.
Well, if Rick has built that tricycle, I'm sure that tricycle will be heading to the tech area later on, Kevin, to check that trike.
If you haven't had a chance to go down and turn 4 to check out all the dare cars that are on hand, we'll give them a preview around the 1/3 mile oval, and then we'll get into tonight's feature racing action, starting with the 15-lap Formula 4 feature event. So sit back, relax, we've got a couple of minutes to go.
Let me give these away. Jessica! Right there you go. Thank you.
Okay, guys, just gotta move over this way a little bit, okay? Separate. Oh, it's okay, sweetie. You want me to give it to you instead? All right, you get something here. Here you go. Here's yours. Okay? You don't even smile. All right? Here you go. Jessica.
Come on, move out of the way. You're in the...
You know what? I need to get a piece of paper and write these kids' names down. Good.
Okay, now.
Okay, how you spell your other name?
These are the representatives of these police forces around the communities and what they do for their night. They're to keep the kids off drugs. The Christian Police Department has brought the Volkswagen Beetle down here. The Seekonk Police Department has brought down the Seekonk Saturn. Crossing their car right down here. Store Police, the Helen Police Department is also out here. All the way from the Boston Police Department. Boston Police step there. Westport step there down behind the wheel of these police cars are all daring to keep the kids off the drugs. It's interesting to see what the different communities come up with a dare show car. Some teams like the Seekonk car with the stock Saturn, nothing special about the paint scheme. You look at a coaster, they've got something for the kids with the Volkswagen Beetle with the tongue. If you look at the nose of that car, the hood of that car, or the trunk, the roof goes up and down, allowing the tongue to wag on that Volkswagen Beetle. You look at other cars, like the Rehoboth Tour Machine and Easton, and they've gone a little bit wild with their paint schemes, but for the most part, always eye-appealing. I like the Scotland Police Department, Kevin, because you know I like cars with flames. But if you take a look at the marble kind of looking, the Police Department has extremely nice painted white car there. As well as the four-wheel drive being out of Westport, that's good for going on the beaches. Red, white, and blue, the American Eagle on the side of the Police Department. Well, I just want to know, in the back you've got the Seekonk Ford Explorer and the Bicycle Patrol. I want to know how much teasing is going on there. That must be the rookie.
in the number 20 out of Chepachet, Rhode Island is Derek Robertson. Starting 5th in the number 9, he is a feature winner this year in 1999. Driving the number 9, it's Mike Ribello. Next up in the number 70, Lawton's Garage, Cody and Tobin Steele. Out of New Bedford for Lenny Guy. In the 42 on the inside, hailing from New Bedford, Mass. In the number 42 is Lance Cambra. Alongside Lance in the Terry's Auto Repair, number 3 out of Warwick is Mike Vaness. Next up in the number 8, Scirocco from from West Warwick, Rhode Island, in the Sprague's Auto. Number 8 for Brian Vincent, along Brian on the outside. In the number 21 in the Bob Luongos, number 21 for Ned Ryan. Next up, hailing from Woonsocket, Rhode Island, coming back after a hard hit a couple of weeks ago. In the number 1 is Manny Dias, alongside Manny Dias. In the number 35 Renault is Dan Perry. Next up, starting 13th, he's a feature winner this year in 1999 in the CNC rigging, number 0 for Ron Casto Jr. alongside Ron. Hailing from Fall River, Mass. in the Leon's Auto, in the Gray's Auto Repair, number 10 for Leon Hayes. And next up, in the number 51, hailing from Tiverton, Rhode Island, it's Bill Botello alongside Bill. He is your current points leader, and he's your 2-time feature winner. Driving the Consumer Auto Supply in Whitewater Seafood, Jerry's Automotive, number 88 for last year's champion is Billy Prisco. Next up, in the number 65, in the Express Embroidery Family Collision, Bob Brodeur, alongside Bob. Driving the number 11 out of North Kingstown, Rhode Island, is Mike Chatterley. Next up on the grid is a longtime competitor here in the Formula 4 ranks, in the R&R Machine, number 5 for Bill Schola. Next alongside Bill, hailing from Medway in the number 33 is Steve Norton, and making up the final row. He hasn't competed here in quite 3 to 4 years in the Formula 4 division, but making his return in the number 15 is Tom Duffy, and alongside Tom, starting scratch on the grid, in the number 29 is Dana Saratelli. There's your starting grid for your first feature of the evening as the Formula 4s are on the track waiting to take the green flag. Rocky rolls them along, and we're ready to go racing for the first feature of tonight's action. Brightman and Caswell bring them down the backstretch as they roll them into 3. Coming out of 4, they're looking for the green flag from Chief Starter Ed Moran. As they hit the stripe, green flag waves, and we're off with racing action.
Brightman jumps out to the early lead. Caswell tries to hold on to the outside. The one of Manny Dias has a problem already. You can hear that car backfiring as he heads into the corner.
As he gets it going now, coming around, and here comes Vaness on the inside of the number 7. He makes his move. Caswell has the lead, but here comes Ribello on the bottom.
3-wide action down into turn 1. Vaness able to shut the door right in front of Ribello. Trying to hold Ribello off from winning 3 features in 1999. Caswell gets caught up on the high side as Ribello gets down low.
Ribello's teammate of Casto in the 0, making his way to the front on the outside. Ribello now takes the lead from Vaness in the number 7. Vaness blew to his rib bumper as Caswell settles in 3rd. Brightman goes around in turn 2.
Able to keep it straight. The field rolls by on the outside, and up front the top 6 cars were nose to tail. You've got the 9 of Mike Ribello, the 7 of Ryan Vaness, Bill Caswell in the 86, the 7 of Ron Castro Jr., Lance Campbell in the 42, and the 8 of Brian Vincent.
And Leon Hayes in the number 10 trying to regain his victory form as he makes a strong move towards the front. He goes around teammate Brian Vincent in number 8 as he sets his sights on the 42 of Lance Campbell. Watch out, here comes Billy Prisco.
The slug one sits 9th on the field right behind Vincent in that yellow number 8. The red and white number 88 works the outside, trying to work his way to the front.
Ribello has a commanding lead in the number 9. Vaness holding on to 2nd right now, but here comes Casto making his move to the outside as the teammates are 1 and 2.
Ron Castro Jr. takes that Chrysler and puts it into the 2nd position behind his teammate of Mike Ribello. Puts in a lot of distance already between he and Ryan Vaness. But look out, here comes Liquid Lee Hayes in the number 10.
Leon Hayes up the 4th, Caswell still holding on to 5th. Here comes Billy Prisco with a nice move between Camber and Caswell. Prisco down to the bottom in the number 88 as he takes over the 5th spot.
Benson in for 3 and 4, Rick Salisbury in the 5th. In front of him, Lee Hayes looks to the inside of Vaness, makes easy work of him. Gets by Robertson, who is 1 lap down.
Prisco now reels in Vaness in the number 7. He's in 5th as Ribello and Casto continue to pull away in this Formula 4 main event. Black flag being shown for the 35 of Dan Perry.
A lot of smoke coming out from the back of that. Number 35, the blue Chevrolet
some contact, backs into the backstretch wall. That's going to bring out the caution at lap number 8.
Well, this bunches them all up here in the wall. He's up to throw are in the top 5.
8 laps have been completed just at the halfway point. 7 laps still remain around the 1/3 mile oval. Can Rebello hold on? Will Castro get the jump? Will Hayes find himself back in victory lane? Off at turn number 4, green flag is out. We're back underway.
Briscoe immediately looks to the bottom of Leon Hayes, but he wisely pulls back and holds on to his 4th running spot as he takes over from Vanessa. Rebello trying to hold off Castro now as Castro goes to the outside.
Well, you got to wonder if Castro's going to stay on the outside, not only put a show on for the fans, and also try to hold off the cars behind him, overly race for it. Doesn't look like that matters because Hayes likes the inside.
Leon Hayes all over Rebello, and here they go. 3 wide into 3 as Billy Briscoe tries to come along also. It's Hayes and Briscoe on the bottom. As they come across the stripe, it's Hayes with the lead.
Well, will the Volkswagen beat the Chrysler? It looks so tonight as Castro gets caught up in the 3rd groove. Briscoe gets by on the inside for 2nd. Castro now finally finds himself by Rebello.
We have a good little 4-car battle going on right now between Hayes, Briscoe, Castro, and Rebello. It's Hayes out front, Briscoe 2nd, Castro 3rd, and Rebello 4th.
We got to remember if Castro was holding back, trying to hold the drivers off, because once Briscoe and Hayes got by, he shot out like a cannon. But up front, Hayes gets caught behind Robertson. Briscoe trying to make a little down road, can't get it done that time.
Little contact made there with Briscoe and Hayes, and that enables Briscoe to go by on Leon on the bottom from Leon Hayes. 2 to go. Leon gets a little messy in turns 3 and 4 as he loses a spot now to Castro as Castro goes by on the inside.
Well, looks like he got a little over-aggressive off this going into turn 3. That cost him a spot as he finds himself looking at orange in front of him. The bright orange and white number 0 of Castro's in 2nd. Briscoe comes out of 4th, looking to make it 2 in a row.
This time by Billy Briscoe takes the white flag. Castro runs 2nd, Hayes 3rd, Rebello 4th. Billy Briscoe trying to make it 2 in a row, 3 on the season and extend his 1999 point championship lead. Here they come out of 4. Checkered flag waving. It's Briscoe and Castro, and Briscoe gets him in the line.
Lee Hayes holds on for 3rd, a strong run for him with the 9er for Bello 4th. And rounding out the top 5 is the number 21 and Ed Ryan. I don't think the top 2 know the race is over yet. Well, they come out of 4, and well, if they didn't know the race was over, Ron Castro might think he won that race, but he did not. He went 16 laps. The race ended at 15. Taking down the win is Bill Briscoe.
Billy Briscoe, hailing from East Providence, Rhode Island. He is your defending track champion in the Consumer Auto Supply, Etna May, Whitewater Seafood, Jerry's Automotive, Motorsports, number 88. Folks, let's give it up for Billy the Kid Briscoe. Another fine performance, Kevin, by Bill Briscoe. And like I said, this kid is smooth. He can probably drive anything and get the job done over what I've seen the past few years.
Well, he's gained a lot of experience working on cars, like Mike Cavallaro started there, worked with Ray Brown for a couple of years. Also spent many years with Rob Murray in his Pro Stock and Sportsman teams, and that gave him the expertise he needed to set up the cars.
He'll be in. No, we don't.
Wait until it's in the rain, that's okay. The car ran the same as last week. A little trouble out there, but this is to work out all right. Look all right. Pretty good push up there at the end. It's fine. Younger man, I didn't know. Well, Leon was quick. He was giving the 9-hole pump to get out of the way. I said, well, that worked for him. My wife's making channel pump, and I'm up a little bit. I got on him. He's a little mad. He retaliated and stuff me in the back there. But, oh well, it's racing. Right in front. All the sponsors, you can't do it without him. No, he's from all the cars. Support. Good job, buddy. All right, do it. Wait a minute, I'll do it. Hang on, wait a minute. All right.
I said like we all know technically.
You want to do a crew shot?
Stop for Billy the Kid Prisco. Another fine performance, Kevin, by Bill Prisco, and like I said, this kid is smooth. He can probably drive anything and get the job done over what I've seen the past few years.
Well, he's gained a lot of experience working on cars, like Mike Cavallaro started there, worked with Ray Brown for a couple of years, also spent many years with Rob Murray in his Pro Stock and Sportsman teams, and that gave him the expertise he needed to set up the cars, which he has been doing for the past 4 years, and it's definitely working out for him.
Matter of fact, this car, the number 88, is garaged right on the side of Murray's shop in Tiverton, Rhode Island. Another great run for Billy Prisco as he goes around with the checkered one more time in 1999.
Yeah.
Next up on the Speedway will be the exciting Sportsman division of 1999. What a close point battle we got going on in that division. Of course, Corey Boudreau is now your leader. He is being flanked by, I believe, second now is Glenn Lawton, third James Lawrence, and fourth Brian Souza. But once again, your winner tonight in the Formula 4 event is Billy Prisco from East Providence, Rhode Island, in the number 88 owned, Bruce Manuel owned mini stock.
The gigantic mechanical monster. See a car destroyed before your eyes. Also our spectacular fireworks program. Gates open at 5 o'clock. Excuse me, show starts at 5 o'clock. Gates open at www.seekonkspeedway.com. 6-pack coolers are allowed at all events. Well, the Sportsman division are off for their 25-lap main event. 22 cars will take the green flag, and on the pole, the Vaness Motorsports car, number 9, out of Warwick, Rhode Island, it's Paul Vaness. Outside of Paul, out of Coventry, Rhode Island, the Petrolone Motorsports, Mandeville Chevrolet, Simpson's Auto Care, number 88, for Kenny Bamford. Starting third on the field, out of Randolph, Massachusetts, in the Century Auto Sales, Parker Professional Driving School 00, it's Mike Becker. Outside of Becker, in the Lowell Motorsports, number 65, it's the Rocket, Ron Lowell. 3 rows back on the inside out of Taunton, Mass. The G. Lopes Construction, RNC Auto Service, number 26, it's Peter Fernandez. Outside of Fernandez, out of Mansfield, Mass. In the more performance racing engines, Viking sheet metal car, number 99, it's the Fireball, Glenn Young. Fifth on the field out of Swansea, Mass. The Kevin's Professional Auto Detailing. Vital Wood Products, car number 8, it's Ed Gannon III. Outside of Gannon, out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island, in the Custom Auto Body, Columbus Auto Sales, number 71, it's Jerry DeGaspari Jr. 5 rows back on the inside, the Freetown Sand and Gravel K&S machine number 57 out of Assonet, Massachusetts. It's Dean Petty. Outside of Petty in the big bore, Holly Davidson, Somerset sheet metal number 81 out of Somerset, Mass. It's James Lawrence. Glenn Lawton will start 11th on the field in the L.H. Belanger & Sons BOC Gases number 70. He hails from Westport, Mass. Outside of Lawton out of West Warwick, Rhode Island. In the Express Embroidery J Motors car number 21 for Corey Boudreau. Lucky 13th on the field in the Bayside Auto Repair. Estrella's Farm number 45. It's Scott Estrella. Outside of Estrella in the Everett Total Part 08 out of Weymouth, Mass. It's Rusty Bryant. 15th on the field is car number 15 out of Warwick, Rhode Island. In the Precision Collision Dispose All Trash Removal Chevrolet, it's Vincent Sarandos. Outside of Sarandos out of Westport, Mass. In the Furnace and Duct Supply number 25, it's Brian Souza. 17th on the field, the Water Wheels Almeida Towing car number 36. The Handlebar Harry's machine for Ron St. Pierre out of Plymouth, Mass. Outside of St. Pierre out of South Attleboro, Mass. In the Steve's Transmissions Cox Communications number 38, it's Keith Morrow. 19th on the field, driving the DJ's Lounge Bracket Landscaping car number 2 out of Attleboro, Mass. It's Dave Titus. Outside of Titus out of Middleborough, Mass. The Clark Motorsports 96 for Bob Clark. Opening day winner starts 21st on the field, driving the R&F Transport Hadrow's Well Drilling car number 3 for Ken Spencer, and starting scratch on the field. Out of Carver, Massachusetts, the sponsor wanted car number 2 in this division. Here they come down the backstretch, double file, Finesse and Banford on the pole, outside pole. They roll it through 3, they punch the gas out of 4, the green waves rear off. Outside of Vanessa, they go down the back straightaway neck and neck, but give the advantage to Vanessa by about 6 inches. As Vanessa comes out of 4, he heads for the stripe to complete lap 1. Vanessa's usually on the stripe. Banford holds on to second, Becker third, fourth, and Fernandez and Young battle for 5th. Well, Vanessa gets a little bit loose off the second corner. That allows Banford to edge out in the front. Look at the double zero. Becker going right in front of the field. The 99, the 26 of Fernandez gets by, but some contact there. The 57 of Dean Petty had some contact there. Then one had a stop just short. As far as they look for the restart, coming down, Vanessa gets the jump, the green is waving. This time it's just like the last time. The 88 got away with those on the stop. Seekonk Speedway out of turn number 2. Look at the 65 of Burrow trying to make it 3 wide. Vanessa with the lead. Banford holds on the second on the bottom. Fernandez now trying to work the outside, the 26. Banford trips up and blocks the door on Fernandez. Now gets to the inside as they now double wide down the back straightaway. Here comes the fireball to the inside. Glenn Lawton behind him. The number 71 of Jerry DeGasperi. Vanessa still holding on to the lead. The yellow goes out. He's being trouble again with the number 15 on the backstretch. Looks like it's green. Back in double file formation. They're coming down the back chute. Vanessa and Banford are still your front row. It's Laura again and Young and DeGasperi, Lawrence and Boudreau. Vanessa hits the stripe, the green's waving. We're back to racing action. Banford keeps the back tires underneath him, but he loses some ground already. Laura works his way up in a second. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Gannon backs out as they hit turn 3. Here comes James Lawrence, your defending track champion, and the big ball Holly number 81. Making his move on the bottom. And that's battle for 4th up front. The battle is hot and heavy. Benina Vanessa continues to hold on, but Laurel continues to work the inside. Lawton's got a problem. Endings challenging right there for the top spot. A tough tonight for Glenn in the number 70 Sportsman. Racers all on hand. The cars and stars of yesterday. And starters in Lawton's garage number 70. They're double file coming down the back stretches. They bring them through 3. Ready to punch the gas at the stripe at 4. Here they come. Eddie looks them over, waves the green. We're back to racing action. This time as they get into turn 1, Vanessa has a new challenger on the outside. The Rocket Ron Laurel battles neck and neck down into turn number 2. Waiting, trying to get the momentum. He needs to get by Vanessa. Vanessa and Laurel raised in a great battle right now. Vanessa with just a smooth advantage over the line. Laurel goes to the outside. Banford all over the back bumper of Vanessa's. Young, Gannon, James Lawrence, and Rusty Bryant are all tucked together. Bryant on the outside. The right 08 works the Bamford in the yellow-black 88. Oh, the 9 of Vanessa gets sideways. Bamford gets underneath. Bamford makes a run over into one. Now Vanessa comes down in front again, and he gets loose just in front of Glenn Young, and everybody's on the binders.
Oh, it's unbelievable that no one got taken out in that melee. Everyone made it through. That's good. Vanessa all sideways once again. Again, and Lawrence going underneath him.
Vanessa continues to try to get down to the inside. Every time he does, there's already somebody there. Now he's got the 21 of Corey Boudreau working the inside, and behind him a lot of good cars are going back.
Corey Steve coming out of 4 as Laurel continues to pull away, looking for his first ever sportsman victory. Bamford sits in second, Gannon third, Lawrence fourth, and Corey Boudreau fifth. And we have a caution out once again on the speedway. The 96 of Robert Clark brings out the caution this time around.
Well, we went 7 laps,
And then it's up to Gannon and Lawrence to do the job right behind them.
off at turn number 4, looking for the green. Lauro and Bamford hit the stripe. Lauro gets the jump over Bamford. Gannon is going to lose underneath Bamford.
Lauro continues to hold on to the lead. Gannon drops down to the low side. James Lawrence follows back a little on the outside, but he tries to come back and get on the outside of Vanessa. Oh, we got trouble coming through 3 and 4 once again.
Well, the trail of Kenny Spencer has blown something underneath the hood, whether it's a hose, whether it's something a little more serious, but he throws a lot of fluid down in the turns 3 and 4 area as that car is stalled off the 4th corner. The 2 of Dave Titus also spun. He pulls away under his own power, but we can't say the same for Spencer.
Over the green flag waves, we're back to racing.
Bamford a little bit loose off the road, together with that underneath him. As Nine of S trying to make it 3 wide underneath Gannon. Almost some contact there before they hit the first turn.
Tight battle with Lauro and Bamford now as Gannon and Lawrence settle in right behind these two. Waiting for something to kill.
But Gordon continues to look to that 3rd group as a way to the front. He looked to the outside of Lawrence last time by. We'll see if he does it again. Up front, Bamford continues to hold on to the outside of Gannon. Not too much longer. Gannon now has second to the side.
Oh, contact between Vanessa and Bamford, and that messes Bamford up just a little. Now we're 3 wide with Estrella, Lawrence, and Kenny Bamford going through 3, and out of 4, they're still 3 wide.
James Lawrence, the meet between the bread down the front straight. As now they sandwich the 9 of Vanessa, and now Lawrence is to jump to the inside. The winner on that battle was the 35 of Scotty Estrella.
Estrella snuck into 3rd. Now we're looking for the 2 front runners, both looking for their first feature win of the year.
Down into 1 and 2, they go off the 2nd corner. Gannon looks down low, settles it back behind. Estrella closing the gap ever so slightly.
It's Laurel still holding on to the command to the lead. It's not a commanding lead. It's now Gannon's rear command. Estrella 3rd, James Lawrence holding on to 4th, with Corey Boudreau sitting in 5th.
Glenn Young having a problem with that black and red number 99. Once contended for the lead, now sits deep in the back road in traffic.
Laurel continues to lead in the Dickinson's number 65. Running 2nd, Gannon this time all over his back bumper to giving him a couple of shots there. They've got Scotty Estrella, former 2-time champion, sitting in 3rd. He's looking for the right opportunities. Now it is as Estrella goes to the low side.
And watch the line that Ron Rollo runs. He runs high going into the corner and cuts it off short. He did that to Glenn Young a couple of weeks ago, and he almost did it to Ed Gannon there. He likes to lead, but he's opening up that bottom groove and giving the people behind him a shot to the inside.
Well, this time you see he kept it down a little tighter as Gannon's reeled him in. Scotty Estrella is reeled Gannon in, and now James Lawrence has caught Scotty Estrella.
Well, down the back straightaway, Estrella has caught the 8 of Gannon. Gannon takes a look to the outside, settles him back behind as he mirrors the driving as he down the front straightaway.
Take your hats off to Ron Laurel for that. I'll tell you, this kid's been looking for a win. This might be his night. 5 to go this time by for Ron Laurel, and the number 65 is Estrella mixes it up with Gannon.
Estrella takes a look drag race to the finish. Checkered flag is in the air. Off the corner, Lolo drives him up to the job by Ronnie Lolo, I'll tell you. Ron Lolo, that number 65, Dickinson. What a job tonight, slamming the door on Ed Gannon. A beautiful job for Ronnie Lolo, folks. What an unbelievable race. His first sportsman win of his career. Give it up to the number 65 for Ronnie Lolo. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, congratulate your winner, the O'Brien's Diagnostic Center, Rhode Island Organ Domes Coalition, JT's Lumber, car number 65 for the Rocket, Ron Loro. Ronnie Loro, and that number 65, the purple and black number 65, finally takes his first career sportsman victory. And what a job he did tonight in holding off that number 8. He slammed that door every opportunity he had. Well, you got to give a call to Ed Gannon. He had plenty of opportunities to put the 65 around. When he kept coming down on him, he gave him the room he needed. A clean run by Gannon to finish second, just edging out Scotty Estrella across the line.
And it looks like
All right. Glad you were here, Pete. Oh, wow. Oh, it was hot. Sweating. It was hot. Derek, coming in this one? Derek, just one back.
I'm sorry.
The Rocket!
Woo! Yeah! Unbelievable. Hey, Derek. I'm buying it.
Wait, Travis.
Derek, come on. Come on, you guys. Woo! Yes. Still can't believe it. I still can't believe it.
Get over here, Pop. Come on. Get in there.
Get over here.
Woo!
Sportsman feature victory, congratulations.
I tell you, I still can't believe it. It's just beyond my belief winning. I've been racing here for 5 years, street stocks, now sportsman. I haven't waited until now. It's unbelievable. Without Derek, the crew, sponsors, help from Mr. Martin, and everybody. We wouldn't be here, I tell you. We got Team 21 that helps us out a lot, and everybody. I gotta thank everybody.
What's the good luck charm? My mother said to ask about the good luck charm under the seat.
We put it right there, a little angel bookmark right here. Yeah. I hung it up. I didn't put it under the seat. It was too good to put under the seat. I put the penny under the seat.
Well, the Rocket picks up when you gotta take some sponsors real quick.
We got Family Collision, big sponsor, does everything. Derek and his father own that. They take care of the car, they garage the car, they trailer the car, they do everything but drive the car, you know? Unbelievable. We got the Tree Doctor, helps us out, O'Brien's Automotive, Century Sheet Metal, Nats Racing Engines, I tell you. And I wanna, this one's for all those people who are in need of organ and tissue transplants. We're trying to spread the need for organ donation, which is a needed cause right now. People are waiting for livers and hearts, and hopefully maybe we can spread the word of this greatly needed cause through racing. Thank you. All right. I won it, not from the front, from the back. Yes, I love it. It's unbelievable. That's right.
They're rocking!
Oh, I want that trophy over here.
Hey, fix your hair. Fix your hair, Ron. Fix your hair, Mary. My hair? Yeah, it's too late for that. Come here, come on. Hey, you gotta change your name now to Rocket.
That's good. That pipe is always so hard.
Rhode Island Organ Domes Coalition, JT's Lumber, car number 65 for the Rocket, Ron Lauro.
Ronnie Lauro in that number 65, the purple and black number 65, finally takes his first career sportsman victory, and what a job he did tonight in holding off that number 8. He slammed that door every opportunity he had.
Well, you got to give a call to Ed Gannon. He had plenty of opportunities to put the 65 around. When he kept coming down on him, he gave him the room he needed. A clean run by Gannon to finish second, just edging out Scotty Estrella across the line.
And it looks like James Lawrence came down and took home the 4th spot, just ahead of Corey Boudreau for 5th. And there it is. It's going for the Polish victory lap tonight, created by Alan Kowicki of Winston Cup fame. And now there is Ronnie Lauro celebrating his first win, going the wrong way around the speedway. Hats off once again to Ron Lauro.
Just wants the fans to get a good look at him because Lauro is back. He's got the monkey off the shoulders. He's zipping up in victory lane for the first time ever, and Ron Lauro has finally got luck back on his side. Next week.
Seekonk Speedway Sport Truck main event, starting on the pole. Hailing from North Dayton, Massachusetts, driving the Barbara Leach-owned number 43 for driver Alan Leach. Alongside Allen, a second-year driver in the Seekonk Sport Trucks, driving the Columbus Oil Company, Broadway Auto Parts, and Scott's Landscaping, number 92, for the young one, Nick Macedonio. Starting third, a very strong competitor last year in this division, hailing from Onset, Mass, down the Cape, makes this haul every week here up to Seekonk. In the Ziggy's Auto Specialties of Hyannis, number 87 for Tracy Willett. Alongside Tracy, a longtime competitor here at the Conk, driving the M&M Landscaping, number 65 Chevy S10 from Berkeley, Mass, it's Pat McCrowan. Starting fifth in his third season of competition from Warren, Rhode Island, in the Can-Diggett Excavating Columbus Auto Sales, number 14 for Jay Macedonio, alongside Jay, hailing from Warwick, Rhode Island. In the Colony Ford, number 2, it's Tom Kiefer. Starting seventh, driving the Baseline Graphics Mike's Auto Repair, number 17 for Joe LeMay. Starting eighth, in the number 64, out of Dartmouth, Mass, it's two-time feature winner George Rigo. Starting ninth on the grid, one of the track's favorites here and crowd favorites for the Warwick Musical Theater and DF Bray Construction, number 4 for Robin Sloan. Alongside Robin, hailing from Seekonk, Massachusetts, in the Berkeley Used Auto Parts, number 21 for Brian Clark. Starting 11th, the father of Brian, hailing also from Seekonk, Mass, in the Berkeley Used Auto Parts, number 1 for Billy Clark. Alongside Billy, another longtime veteran and last year's Rookie of the Year in the Hydro Stop Roofing Blanchette's Boutique JM Equipment, number 18 for the veteran Johnny Tripp. Starting 13th in lucky number 13, hailing from Swansea, Massachusetts, driving the Shady Tree Auto Sales Somerset Mobile, it's the Wizard, it's Ray Zulia. Alongside Ray, it's last year's 1998 track champion. He's also leading the points right now in 99. Driving the Timberlake Yellow Cab Company in Vanna Homes, number 13 for Billy Flint. Starting 15th on the grid, hailing from Cumberland, Rhode Island, in the Chicken Power, number 48 for David De Silva. Last week's winner, starting 16th on the grid, in the King's Inn, number 27 for young Michael Brightman. Starting 17th, driving the number 5 out of Westport, Mass, for Rich Turpening. Alongside Rich, hailing from North Dartmouth, Mass, in the Fox Toyota Signworks, number 63 for the veteran Mike Butts. Next up in 19th, hailing from Tiverton in the BOC Gases, number 94 for Dawn Carrero. Alongside Dawn, hailing from Taunton, Mass, in the Rainham Auto Sales, number 22 for the rookie Hugh Bowser. Starting almost scratch on the grid, coming down from Somerset, Mass. He's a feature winner earlier in this year. He's featured in tonight's program, driving the former piloted chicken truck driver truck from Somerset, Mass, in the Shady Trees Auto Sales, Borges Auto Parts, number 28 for Kevin Casper. And starting last on the grid in the number 99 out of Rehoboth, Mass, in the Somerset Speed and Auto for Joshua Wheeler. That's your starting grid for the Seekonk Sport Truck feature, as Eddie Maury gives him the signal to roll along and get ready for this feature event.
Doesn't make any difference. That car was dominant in the heat. We'll see if he can continue on. You've got the 87 of Tracy Ouellette on the inside of row number 1. Has had several strong runs so far in 1999. But watch from the rear of the middle of the pack, the 24 of Ray Zulier, the 18 of Johnny Tripp, and the 13 of Billy Flint. 3 strong trucks coming through the field. Green flag is out, and we are underway.
Alan Leach just made it. Nick Macedonio on that start. Tracy Ouellette now settles into second. And there's some brothers battling for position out there right now with the Macedonio boys. The 14 of Jay and the 92 of Nick as they battle for third.
Well, the 65 of Pat McCrowan almost found himself sideways as he tried to come down to the inside grid. He found the 17 of Joe LeMay there, kicked him back up to the outside.
Sorry, Kevin. Alan Leach pulling away in the number 43. Leading this event over Tracy Ouellette, Jay Macedonio looking to grab that second spot on the inside.
Macedonio tries the inside, no contact is there. He tried to shut the door, didn't realize Macedonio was already there. He drifted up the track, opened up the inside groove, and Macedonio just trucked on through.
Nice move by Jay of not dumping the number 87. A nice move by 87 of not dumping it. So it all worked out. Macedonio now has his sight set on the number 43 of Alan Leach, looking for his first career win also.
Well, almost a full half a straightaway lead holds the number 43 of Leach.
there. What a move he just made coming out of four. The wizard, the masterful one. And that number 24 is Billy Flynn, looks to his rear bumper, and Mike Brightman also.
Well, Flynn knows if you're behind the 24, glue yourself to his rear bumper because he's going forward. He now looks to the outside of Billy Clark in the number 1.
They see him on the outside right now. Looks unstoppable as he's taking one position at a time and making his way to the front. Makes it through some lap traffic there. Nice job. But up front, Alan Leach still leads over the 14 of Jay Macedonio.
Macedonio closing the gap every single lap. Those two drivers are all the way from Tracy Orlett, who sits a half a straightaway behind the 14 of Macedonio.
Macedonio has shut the gap once again, this time by the 43 of Alan Leach. Jay Macedonio, kid has come a long way since starting 3 years ago. That truck was built by Brian Sousa and James Lawrence, two of the top sportsman competitors. And now Jay Macedonio making his move, closing in on the 43.
Battle heating up for the 4th position. Joe LeMay holds on to that spot. Here comes Tracy Orlett on the outside. The orange weight gear number 24 takes worth of Robin Sloan. Sloan battles back on the inside as they head down into 3.
Well, the front two have just checked out from the rest of the field. We've gone green so far. Hope I don't jinx anything. Well, that's third. LeMay 4 and Sloan and Sawyer battle for 5th. Jay Macedonio closing in. This time as the halfway markers are up. Jay Macedonio looks to the inside of the 43. Pulls it back out and thinks better. One more lap around maybe. And give him the front spot.
We've got another the front straightaway. The 64 George Rigo goes around. That brings out the first caution in the spin, and that's going to bunch everything up.
Oh, tough break for Alan Leach, who had a commanding Columbus Auto Sales can ticket extra.
So George Rigo tonight will not become the first 3-time winner in the Seekonk Sports Trucks. The only division that has more than a 2-time feature winner is the Street Stocks, where Pete Rhoda has 3 wins on the season.
Brian Clark sits 3rd, Robin Sloan 4th. George Rigo was 5th, but this DNF is going to hurt him in tonight's point standings.
Definitely, and you say Robin Sloan is 4th in the points, and Brian Clark is 3rd in the points, and those have come from consistency. Consistent top 10 finishes gain you the points.
Lights are out as they come through 3, hit the line, hit the gas at the line, the green flag raised. Leach with another great restart.
One more time, follows him through on the inside, settles in for second. He's got Robin Sloan knocking on the back door, trying to find her way through towards the front of the field.
That 43 of Alan Leach has one great restart gear, I'll tell you. Tough luck for Jay Macedonio, looking for his best as he slips back to 3rd.
So that takes the whole outside groove and moves them back just a little bit. The 17 of LeMay, the 24 of Soulier, who's working his way through the field so nicely.
Alan Leach continues to lead this event. What a fine job this gentleman is doing tonight in that number 43. What does he race? Looking for another victory in the feature. Tracy Ouellette sits 2nd. Sloan and Macedonio battling it out for 3rd right now. Eddie Moore and Rocky look over the field. Leach with a nice, comfortable lead right now over Tracy Ouellette.
Well, like we said, they don't have mirrors. They don't have radio communication. They don't know if anybody's behind him. And Leach learned the last time he's got to run his race. He can't back off because somebody will catch him. And right now, Ouellette's on the back bumper.
Tracy Ouellette 2nd. What a battle for 3rd we have between Robin Sloan and Jay Macedonio. Eddie Morin shows the 5 to go. This time by Alan Leach with 5 to go in that number 43 Chevy S10.
Well, it's a Chevy, Ford, Chevy, top 5. The only Ford there was the number 4 for Robin Sloan. She's had a great run so far this evening. Sits 3rd, trying to edge out the number 14 from Macedonia. Here comes Flynn to make it 3 wide.
Billy Flynn, that number 13, makes it 3 wide, brings Robin and Macedonia over, and he takes the 3rd spot. Johnny Tripp now tries to follow suit as he tries to take 4th away from Robin.
Well, the battle heating up for the lead. The 87 to the inside, and now the 14 goes around on the front straightaway.
Billy Clark, Mike Butts just gets through. Luckily, no one collected Jay or Billy Clark right there. Real tough break for Jay Macedonio tonight. Looking for his first, and then Tripp in last week's winner, Michael Brightman. That's your top 6 as Leach brings them through 3. Waiting to roll slowly throughout 3. Hit the stripe on the gas at 4, and we're hoping to see green flag this time by.
Green flag is out. We're back underway. Ouellette's able to hang with them at least half
for another win. Sloan looking for a first. Alan Leach is holding on, though, as he's doing a good job looking for his first career win. But here comes Billy Flynn.
3 more times around the 1/3 mile over. Billy Clark's got a problem to 1. The 14 of Macedonia goes around 1 more time. That's going to bring out another caution. Well, years of racing. He's been behind the wheel of a stock car, no matter what it is. He's driven modifieds, pro stocks, pretty much everything, including a Seekonk Sports truck. 5th points leader, Billy Flint in the black and red number 13 on the back bumper. And look who's up to 4th, Johnny Tripp.
Well, now it's time to see how strong Alan Leach is on restarts, because he's got one of the toughest competitors in this field on the outside. And Billy Flynn, of course, Robin Sloan, very hungry for her first feature victory of the year, so she's going to be giving Alan Leach everything she possibly can.
She's been out of victory lane for a couple of seasons, has been, well, not as consistent as she was when she first started in the Seekonk Sports trucks, looking to regain her top form.
Looks like she's doing that this year. She's sneaking quietly right into the mix of the point championship. Green flag waves. Leach gets the start on Flint. Here we go as they go into rolling.
By side, Sloan trying to make it 3 wide off the second corner. She's got about a car length to go to gain your top leaders. Leach 2 laps away as he throws that car deep in the corner, opens up the bottom groove. Here comes Sloan.
Billy Flint cranking it up on the high side. Sloan wheels in right on the back bumper. Leach, he drifts up again. That leaves the door open. Here comes Robin Sloan now. It's Sloan and Flint as the white flag waves. It's Robin Sloan. Billy Flint makes the move. He takes the lead.
While the yellow sweatshirts in turn forward, jumping for a minute there, as Sloan has to settle in about 4 car lengths behind Billy Flint. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Checkered flag is in the air, and Bill Flint will sit in victory lane. Sloan will hold on for second. Third will be the 27 of Morgan, with the 24 of Celia 4th, and Alan Leach holding on for 5th.
Well, what a performance by Billy Flint, last year's track champion, and he's the points leader right now. He does an unbelievable job making a gutsy move on the outside of Robin Sloan. Tough luck for Robin. She takes home second. But here comes your feature winner in the Vienna Homes. Timberlake, number 13 out of Assonet, Mass. It is Billy Flint. Let's give it up for your defending track champion. Well, once again, Kevin, thank you very much. Have a great evening, and folks, enjoy the rest of the races.
Well, great to have you up here, Dave, and good luck if you ever...
performance tonight. What do you have to say?
Feels good to be here in Victory Lane. My 200+ pounds.
Well, Billy, I'll tell you, it's been a long time coming since your first win earlier in the season. But every week you've been grinding it out, and tonight you made a gutsy move, but hey, it put you in Victory Lane.
Yep, feels good. It took us a while to get here. I mean, we've been here, what, 6 weeks? This is our first one of the year.
6 weeks, you're in Victory Lane, ups your point lead and hopes to bring back-to-back titles to this number 13 Flint team.
Yes, I'd like to thank some of the car wash, Buck Stevens, Flint Farms, Yellow Cab, J&L, Clicks On, Vienna Homes. Thanks everybody. Thanks crew.
Billy's taking everybody to Club 99.
And folks, enjoy the rest of the races.
Well, great to have you up here, Dave, and good luck if you ever get that truck done. Well, Megan Ledette celebrating her 14th birthday here tonight. Happy birthday, Megan, from Dean Petty and the 57 Sportsman team. Very happy birthday to you. They bring it up now. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Helen, our Seekonk Sports Truck Feature winner. We've also got a happy 6th birthday going out to Brian Lotzbaum. Happy birthday going out to Brian. A happy 9th birthday going out to Christopher Lotzbaum. Happy birthday to the Lotzbaum brothers, and a happy 42nd birthday to Dave Lotzbaum. So a very popular day in the Lotzbaum family. Roll out onto the track now for their 35-lap main event. This is the way they're scheduled to go. Starting on a pole, car number 81 out of Westport, Mass. Self-owned car, Bobby Tripp, sponsored by Everett Auto Parts, Hydro Stop Roofing, and Applebee's Restaurant. Outside of him, the number 2, the Universal Angel, and Toronto Taylor's Meeting Chevrolet, for Tom Scully out of Johnston, Rhode Island. Second on the inside, and the number 15 out of Barrowville, Rhode Island. Driving the Dame Gomes Jr.'s car, Mike Hassel. Outside of Hassel, the Everett Auto Parts machine, the Magazines Auto Body, number 28. Pressure off a 3rd place finish, Todd Henshaw. Third on the inside out of Barrington, Rhode Island. And you go in a roof. Number 10, Ed St. Angelo. Outside of St. Angelo with the team car in that stable, the Baker Tractor with Victory Service number 11 out of Swansea, Massachusetts. It's Indiana Rumal. Next is the number 87 out of Seekonk, Mass. is Mike Cavallaro. Outside of Cavallaro, Dick Houlihan out of Berkeley, Mass. And the VOC Gases Stanley Chiropractic number 41. Next we have the 95 Rainbow Rentals Harris Strip and Dave McHale, Billy Manchester. Outside of Manchester, the 2-time Street Stock champion from the Brockton Automotive Stores, the Rochester number 102. It's Matt Dewey. In the 08 out of Tiverton, Rhode Island, the Consumer Auto Supply Precision Racing Engine, Rob Murray. Outside of Murray out of Westport, Mass.
Resort Marketing Cleveland at car number 14 for Flying Freddy Estelle.
In the Fantasia Tanning Studios, Rhode Island Dry Shaft, Manchester Racing Engines, Warwick, Rhode Island, number 99, Wayne Dion.
Outside of Dion is the Shark out of Somerset, Mass. And the Viveris Insurance Arbella Insurance car number 46, it's Brad Chase.
Next we have the Radical One, Rick Martin, and the G-Lope Construction, number 24.
Running for Rookie of the Year runner, last out of the United States, out of Rainham, Mass. And the Master of Your Pontiac GMC car number 42, it's Fabula Clear.
Next we have, out of Somerset, Mass, and the number 96, Dave Hutchins.
Also looking for the rookie honors out of Pembroke, Mass, the J&B Equipment, GMC Construction number 31 for Jeff Goodrow.
Out of Cumberland, in the number 7, we have Wayne Newman.
Outside of Newman in the first Motorsports number 0, out of Barrington, Rhode Island, it's Ray Alexander.
Next in the Converse Photo Supply, in the response, number 3, Bill Goodrow.
And starting scratch on the field, out of Smithfield, Rhode Island, the number 83 is James Whitehead.
And finally scratch, out of Manville, Rhode Island, in the Windy Gamache, number 27, Danny Gamache. That's your lineup tonight for our 35-lap pro-stock feature.
Looking for a good run here tonight in the Universal Ambulance number 2. Our chief starter, Eddie Moore, has the green flag in his hand. They roll off the 4th corner. It's a slow start to the line. Green flag is out and they're underway.
Tom Scully climbs the lead going into 1, but Bobby Chip sneaks back by on the inside. As they come out of 2, we have a mishap going into 1.
While the 08 of Rob Murray goes around just in the middle of the pack. The 02 of Matt Dewey also goes around with the 83 of James Whitehead and the 0 of Ray Alexander coming to a stop, and that will give us a complete restart in this Pro Stock feature event.
It's not often we see Bobby Tripp start on the pole position. It's Bobby, that's a home-built car.
Out of row number 2, along with Todd Henshaw, the 10 of Eddie San Angelo and Vinny Anarumo, your front 3 rows as they roll off the 4th corner. Morin waits for them to hit the stripe, puts a good one, and Scully has a
we have a melee at the start-finish line. Tom Scully lost it coming down for the green and just collected half the field. What a shame, what a shame.
So a bunch of cars involved in this one. The red flag is out as Tom Scully, the back end came out from underneath him. Everybody jumped on the binders, and taking the wildest ride had to be the 83 of James Whitehead. Rick Martin.
Seekonk safety crew to help get this clean up down here on the front straightaway. So got the 7 of Wayne Newman, the 96 of Dave Hutchins, the 83 Wayne Hess, the 3 Bill Goodrow, the third captain out there. He got the number 24 under the red flag situation. Todd is out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a round of applause. That was a hard hit. He start-finish line. Tom Scully lost it coming down for the green and just collected half the field. What a shame, what a shame.
So a bunch of cars involved in this one. The red flag is out as Tom Scully, the back end came out from underneath him. Everybody jumped on the binders, and taking the wildest ride had to be the 83 of James Whitehead.
Rick Martin's in there.
Rick Martin's okay.
Dave Hutchins is buried into the back of the 24. Then we have the Wayne Newman. Todd Henshaw seems to have got the worst of that mess.
Well, it looks like everybody is okay, but they are calling for the ambulance for Todd Henshaw in the number 28. He was the front car. If we could have the ambulance on the front straightaway, please. Oh, what a... It looks like the ambulance won't start on the down. And if we could have all the youngsters down in the front straightaway, please step away from the fence and head back into your seats as the drivers check out their machines. Once again, if we could have everybody on the front straightaway, please return to your seats. Well, this is going to be a while to clean up as Todd Henshaw in the number 28 is sitting there waiting for the ambulance in the pit area. Looks like there's a problem with the one down in turn number 3. So we're still waiting for that second ambulance out on the track. And this cleanup, it looks like most of the drivers are okay except for Todd Henshaw, which they are checking on. As soon as we do receive word on his condition, we will let you know. Todd, fresh off his best ever pro stock finish last Saturday night. They've got his helmet off as he finished 3rd, just being edged out by Chad Chase. He is conscious, is moving around. He just took the steering wheel off the car. The officials are on there checking him out, making sure that he's got some grip. Possibly just shaken up after that incident.
We see Rick Martin out there looking at his car to see what kind of damage he's got. I don't know if he should be even touching that vehicle during a red flag situation.
If we could have Gail Panganini to the base of the tower, please. Gail to the base of the tower, please. Once again, if we could ask all of our fans down in the front straightaway to please head back to your seats. As soon as we do receive word on Todd's condition, we will pass it along to you, and this will allow our Seekonk safety crew to help get this cleanup completed down here on the front straightaway. We've got the 7 of Wayne Newman, the 96 of Dave Hutchins, the 83 of James Whitehead, the 24 of Rick Martin, the 3 of Bill Goodrow, the 31 of Jeff Goodrow, the 99 of Wayne Dion, the 08 of Matt Dewey, the 28 of Todd Henshaw, the 41 of Dick Houlihan, the 2 of Tom Scully, and the 15 of Mike Hassel, all involved in this incident on the front straightaway. He is on the backboard. They're going to bring him into the pits and possibly bring him to the hospital just for observation, make sure that nothing too serious is wrong with him. And hearts and prayers go out to Todd and Linda.
I'm not worried about her.
Well, this cleanup will take a few minutes. Again, we've got the 96 of Dave Hutchins wedged underneath the 83 of James Whitehead. That all started when Tom Scully jumped on the throttle and the car just came out from underneath him. And everybody, starting with Todd Henshaw, jumped on the binders to try to avoid him. And, well, when everybody's starting, it's hard to stop at the same time. And, well, unfortunately, that's what we have on the front straightaway. Everybody trying to start and stop at the same time. Wayne pulls away. He gathers up behind the incident to let the safety crews take care of what they have to on the front straightaway. Dick Houlihan is down there as well. He's got the window net down. Does have the top of his fire suit off, though. You got to wonder what kind of damage is done to the driver's side of the John T. Stafford Insurance number 96. Well, you know there's some sheet metal damage from James Whitehead as he rode up on the side. You've got to wonder what kind of damage is done structurally to that machine. The 31 can pull away under his own power as he sits crossways on the front straightaway. Open, selling the Seekonk Racing magazines. Base of the tower on the turn 1 side. And order your copy of tonight's racing actions or any of the night's actions. Just stop by and see Helen and tell her you're looking for a copy of the videotape. You can also catch all the action at Torts Bar and Grill every Tuesday night. Well, with the exception of this week, Monday night was the night it was held. Apologize for all the fans who might have gone down there on Tuesday. Hassel. 6 is still out on the track. Mike Hassel sits. If we do receive word on his condition, well, with Rob Murray in the 08. Make a join at the rear. Punch. Off the 4th corner. Eddie Moore looks him down. Across the stripe they come. Green flag is out, and they make it into turn number 1 all set. St. Angelo on the outside of Drippy going down the backstretch, side by side, window to window. Being in the room, just looking in the back to see where they get the best lane to go. Drippy pulls a little distance on St. Angelo, going in down the front straightaway, coming out of 2. It's Drippy, St. Angelo, and Aruno, with Cavallero on the outside of Billy Manchester. Cavallero trying to hold on. Billy Manchester down low as he tries to work away. Up into the field position. Cavallero looking strong though as he holds on to the outside and actually gains on Manchester. Drippy still holding on to the lead over St. Angelo. Vinny in a row still hanging in there third. Billy Manchester will squirrely going into that first turn. Freddie Estelle is hanging onto their rear bumper of Manchester, wondering which way he's going to go. The Church Hayes in the number 46 wants to go up to the outside of Freddie Estelle. He sits now about 3 car lengths back as he tries to hold off the challengers of Bobby LaCroix in the yellow and white 32, and then going the track runs 0-2. Top 3 cars have started to pull away from the 95 of Billy Manchester, who now shows himself as the number 87 of Todd Hickman. And Carl Wilkins is still trying to make it 3 right down the front stretch. Some good racing out there back for 7th and 8th with Matt Dewey, Vinny, Wayne Dion, and Chad Chase there running side by side with Marvin O'Fleck looking in the back of those guys. Chase making their way forward to catch that front pack. Chase starting to slide back a little bit on the outside. He loses another position as Wayne Dion gets by. And it looks like Chase sideways, but hangs on to it, keeps it going. Looks like Chase may have a tail going down in that number 46. And they have Helen and Danny Gamache Stanley coming out of 2. Chief starter Eddie Moore waiting to wave that green flag. They come off the corner, they hit the goal line. Moore lets them go, and we're back underway. Side by side, door handled on the front straightaway. We have a spin, Ray Alexander around the 0. We'll do this all over again. Martin, Vinny Anarumo, and Norman Holden, the only 3 drivers to win more than 2 championships. The only driver to win 2 is Donnie Dionne, who's now retired. Looking for the green off of turn number 4 one more time with 10 laps in the books, and they are dead even for the first quarter. Down the back straightaway, Bobby Tripp opens up about a half a car length lead over the 10 of Eddie St. Angelo. Here comes Martin on the inside. He takes it to the inside of St. Angelo. To the back bumper of Tripp as they head down the backstretch. Tripp continues to hold on to that lead as Ryan Fairwood, St. Angelo trying to get to the outside. St. Angelo looking low, looking high. St. Angelo gets caught up on the high side, loses a little bit of ground to Estelle. Estelle takes a look to the inside of Tripp. Tripp tries to shoot the goal as he does as they head into turn 1, but Estelle has not given up yet. The 15 of Hassel heads into the pits. Trippy has got him high and low on the inside, outside. They're going to move him. One false move as he goes at St. Angelo, trying the outside of Trippy as they go down the backstretch. Well, he's got to watch the bottom groove. He's got the 14 of Freddie Estelle right behind him, looking through the Bobby Tripp is using the number 10 of Eddie St. Angelo to hold the 14 down low because he knows Freddie is strong. You look at the video, but gets loose sideways right in front of Rick Moore, makes a little bit of contact, and the caution is out one more time. So Vinny Anarumo has the back end come out from underneath him, right in front of Rick Martin. Rick Martin had nowhere to go. Made a St. Angelo. St. Angelo still driving in deep on the outside, going into that 3rd and 4th turn. Battle heating up the 4th between Dion and Dewey. Dion down low, Dewey up high. Dion in the neon color 99. This time by, Tripp gets the halfway signal. Trippy holding on to that lead. Keeping Freddie Estelle and Eddie St. Angelo right bay back there with Matt Dewey and Wayne Dion running in that 4th and 5th spot. Marty hanging in there in that 6th position. Down the back straightaway, Estelle takes a look down low of the 81 of Tripp. He now has the outside drive to his disposal as he slides up and takes him up to the outside. And Trippy Dion is right there in third now as he gets underneath St. Angelo. St. Angelo, tires must be heating up. He's drifting back when he's up on the outside. He doesn't have that super grip up there. Still looks to the inside of Trippy as they head down into run. Trippy's able to shut the door that time. Two drivers sit at the front of the field who have yet to visit victory lane tonight. Off the fourth corner, Dion on the inside of Snell. But Snell hanged it out there too long. Wayne Dion will grab that second spot. Snell likes that outside groove. Now looks to the outside of Tripp as they head into 3 and 4. Dion looks down low. Tripp down the front straightaway. Wayne Dion driving in that new Dale Shaw car. He feels like a whole new person with that car this year. Off of turn number 4 to click off another lap. Trippy leads him down. Dion gets it over underneath. Can't get it on that time. Trippy has been strong enough to hold him off each and every lap. One more time. Dion gets down low. Still starting to lose a little ground on the outside. Dion Wayne, there he is. Dion got that nose under there, but he takes his foot out of the roads of creation. Well, Tripp holds on to the lead. Still gaining momentum on the outside. Tripp continues to drift up high off the corners. That allows Dion to get down right to take a look. But Dion can't get anything done heading into the corner, and that's where he needs to be. Racing here at Seekonk has been absolutely fantastic with them front 5 cars over the last month and a half. Just incredible. We get the front 5 cars that sort of side by side, throw a blanket over the field. Well, Estelle moves up high on the gets a run going on Tripp. Trippy cannot worry too much about that because he can avoid the bottom front for Dion. Estelle now neck and neck off the 2. Gives the lead to Estelle. Flying Freddie Estelle gets loose off the corner. Trippy comes back to the inside. Estelle shuts the door in front of Dion. Settles in for second now. Gives the order. Run a shot off the corner one more time. Tries it up high. Sparks are flying in that front 2 positions. Freddie seemed to have a problem last week. He was running second behind his car owner, Rick Martin. 5 to go. This time by Estelle edges out in front of Tripp. Leads back number 5. Tripp settles in for second. Over turn 2. Estelle takes the lead. Trippy holding on to the inside, trying to keep his foot in the door. He nudges up against Estelle. Here comes Dion on the inside. Takes his foot back. Thinks twice about that. Realizes he has to work on that car all week. Flying Freddie Estelle leads him off of turn number 4 with 3 laps to go. Tripp tries to hold on for second. He's got a battle from St. Angelo on the outside. The popsicle sticks are in the air. 2 more laps around for the Westport, Massachusetts native. He will become winner number 7 on the season if he can hold on for the final lap and a half as he starts to drive away from the number 81. Right flag is out. 1/3 of a mile left. Flying Freddie Estelle as he heads down into 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. He can taste the victory. He sees the checkered flag in the air. Off the 4th corner. Freddie Estelle takes down the win. Bobby Tripp in for second. St. Angelo 3rd. Dion will finish in the 4th position. Matt Dewey and Houlihan round out the top 6. So congratulations from Bobby Tripp on the win. Taking down his first win here at the Seekonk Speedway in the Rick Martin car. The Edna May Fishing Vessel, New England Tech, JR's Fastland, Resort Marketing number 14. Ladies and gentlemen, Flying Freddie Estelle. This is a tribute to the Martin organization. This is the first time that someone other than Father Joe or son Rick has visited Victory Lane in one of the Martin creations.
His light, the light ain't on.
And what a fitting
It's been a long time since we've been able to do this in Victory Lane. Congratulations on hard-fought win.
Thanks a lot. Of course, everybody, this one's for my dad. Really don't have much to say after that, guys.
How hard was it to get around Bobby Tripp the way you did? Almost looks like you lost it once. What happened there?
You just got to regroup and hope the guy holds his line, you know? I just told the starter, I mean, when somebody starts running you like that, at least point at him and let him know, hey, you're running all over the racetrack, you know?
You done that last week!
Excuse me?
You done that last week!
Yeah.
Oh, Freddie, I know this is an emotional win for you. We're going to let you grab your bearings. Congratulations, man, buddy.
Thanks.
Congratulations. Freddie Estelle Jr. taking down the
Take a picture with you.
Where's the flag?
Oh, where's the flag?
Jenny has a flag.
Put the light on brighter.
Seekonk Speedway. We're all going to loss by Freddie Estelle Sr. Tonight, his memory will sit in Victory Lane. And I know that Fred is chomping on his cigar next to the Godfather.
They have just been incredible. The side-by-side finishes is just no one leaves until that race is over. Out on the track now we have our street division. These are the young rookies that hope to be like Fred Estelle, Rick Martin, Wayne Dion, Chad Chase someday, and they all started here. They all started in this division. Every last one of them feature winners, a couple of them champions, This is where it all started. Starting on the pole, out of Seekonk, Mass, in the number 83, in the Special Olympics of Rhode Island, Darling's Restaurant, Don's Mobile, it's Eric Snow. On the outside of number 83 is a number 5 out of North Dayton, Mass, in the Broadway Kitchens, Tom Furtado. Second on the inside, in the number 1, in the Red Wing Shoes, Matco Tools, out of Cranston, Lou Rotundo. Next we have the 26 out of Halifax, Mass. Driving the TLC Cleaning Southeast Transport, it's Rob Mohan. Third on the inside out of Hull, Mass, in the number 57, the South Shore Marine Hull Firefighters, John Classy. On the outside of John in the number 6 out of Seekonk, Mass, we got Rick Cavallaro. In the number 37, driving the Cranston Wall Coven, Paul Bailey's Fords. From Manville, Jody Cirillo. On the outside of Jody, out of Northeastern Mass, in the Pleasant Street Shell, 02, Tom Kelly. Next we have, out of Holbrook, in the number 85, Barry Shaw. Outside of Barry, out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island, in the number 47, the Body Man, Johnny Belmont. Next we have, out of North Attleboro, in the number 28, Billy Beardwood. Next to Billy, in the number 65, in the Phoenix Fire Alarm, Allied Fire Protection. Out of West Warwick, Eddie Moniz. Next we have, out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island, in the number 16, Stacy Moulton. Outside of Stacy, in the Mastery Buick Pontiac American Automotive Auction, number 22, Paul Mealy. Next we have, from Oak Bluffs, takes the boat over, Mary Ann Trucking, Al Clements III. Outside of Al, the number 92, out of Woonsocket, Danny Gamache Jr. Next, out of Warwick, Rhode Island, in the number 4, Rob Cola. Outside of Robbie, the defending track champion, Manchester Racing Engines, W.S. Shepherd Company, out of Tiverton, Bobby Bentoncourt. In the 19th position, driving the number 24 out of Berkeley, Mass, Bobby Rose. In the 20th position, driving the 99, is Al Clements IV. Starting 25th, out of New Bedford, Mass. Feature wins on the year, Peter Rhoda. In the 22nd, also a feature winner on the year, Pittsburgh Paint Beach Hardware out of Middletown, Jim Sylvia. Starting 23rd, out of Lakeville, Mass, in the number 67, Nancy Sherman. Outside of Nancy, in the number 2, out of Fall River, Doug Rio. Next we have it in the 58, out of East Falmouth, in the Falmouth Recycling LPR Auto Remover, Louis Romiza. Next we have the 23, out of Somerville, Brian Connors. And that is our starting field for our street stock feature. These are our future stars. Eric Snow takes the lead with Tommy Furtado on the outside as they come down that backstretch. Furtado's got a slight lead over Eric Snow as they go to 1. Louis Rotundo hanging in there for 3rd. We'll try this again. Now we have Tommy Furtado with Louis Rotundo on the outside on the restart. Furtado gets the jump off the 4th corner. Rotundo tries to settle behind as he moves right in front of the 26 of Mohan. He goes around the bunch of cars. Oh, Bobby Bentoncourt hard into the turn 1 wall. The 4 of Ken Cole also involved. The 16 of Stacy Moulton up there as well. The 1 of Lou Rotundo. The 30. Looks like the 65 of Ed Moniz is involved. The 1 of the car, can't see the number.
from where we are sitting. Looks like that might be the 3 machine of Pete Rhoda up there in the corner, and I believe that is the car. That all started when Lou Rotundo got blown off the start by Tommy Furtado in the 426 of Rob Mohan was right there, and Rotundo tried to shut the door, didn't realize that Mohan was there, or at least up that far, and the car just went around. Everybody tried to avoid it, and several cars get involved. Nope, it's not the number 3 of Rhoda's. He's still out on the track.
Louis Rotundo looked like a ping pong ball out there getting beaten and batted.
Change things as the 24 machine climb back in his car, see if he can get that Red Wing Shoes Chevrolet back under. Rosenstone will take its parking position up on the ramp at turn number 2.
Takes the lead coming out of 2 with Rich Cavallaro in there for second, John Claspy in that 57 in there for third, the whole firefighter.
Oh, we got another injury.
Bearwood climbing up on the side of Jody Cirillo.
Cirillo got sideways off the second corner and was able to gather it back in, but not before some contact was made there.
Furtado pulling up to a comfortable lead thus far. Crosby in there for third. Tom Kelly in that 4th spot in the 0-2. Lou Squirrely going down into that 3rd turn.
So John Belmont lock up the brakes in that green and black number 47 down to the second corner.
Morbilli on the outside with Robbie Rose in the 24.
Tommy Furtado comes off at turn number 4, setting the pace, a comfortable 8-car length lead over the 6 of Rich Cavallaro. 3-wide battle for third as Crosby gets caught up on the inside, with the 0-2 of Tom Kelly continuing to take a look down low, down the back straightaway. The 0-2 of Kelly gets by on the inside.
John Claspy got a little push coming out of the corners with that number 57 car, having a hard time.
And it looks like
driving a little hard, so that front end's pushing the nose.
Looks like he's got something broken in the right front suspension on that 57. Tommy Kelly sits in 3rd off the corner, sits a comfortable car length lead. Over Paul Mealy, who sits in 4th, black flag out for the number 57 of John Claspy. Tommy Furtado comes off at turn number 4. He continues to set the pace.
Cavallaro with Tom Kelly hanging in there for solid 3rd.
Kelly getting a push down the back straightaway. Belmont goes around with some help down the back straightaway. He keeps it rolling. We stay under green.
Hats off to Mr. Belmont with his 360. Mr. Pete Rhoda got into the back of Belmont as they went down the back stretch.
Rhoda now looks to the outside of Mealy. That's battle for 5th on the Speedway. As the snowman, Eric Snow, tries to close up. Billy Bearwood gets a nose underneath down the front stretch.
Furtado continues to have a comfortable lead. Cavallaro in 2nd. Kelly still in there for 3rd. Mealy 4th. Pete Rhoda 5th. Barry Shaw. There's Billy Bearwood coming back up at that altercation with Cirillo.
Well, Cirillo continues to run the inside move. He runs in between the Clements. Al Clements a 3rd and Al Clements a 4th, keeping that car down to the bottom lane with whatever it takes.
Tom Kelly doing a good job hanging on to that 3rd spot, keeping Mealy and Rhoda at bay, not knowing which way to go. Barry Shaw in there in that 5th spot. Kelly hanging it out wide, making Rhoda go the long way around.
Paul Mealy gets his nose underneath the contact here as they rub off the second corner. Mealy on the inside, Rhoda up high, trying to get the momentum going. Tom Furtado gets in third. Kelly gets a little bit loose off the corner. P-Rotor takes it up to the outside. Billy takes it up down wide.
The best race here tonight is that first car with Tom Kelly with Rotor and Mealy hanging all over that rear bumper of his. Kelly doing an excellent job of fending off the advances of Mealy and Rotor. Now Rotor trying the outside. Mealy won't have it. Mealy ducks back underneath there, going down the back straightaway. Tom Kelly still holding those two guys off. Hanging their back out. You can tell that these are street stock. When they come out of that turn and they hang that back in. It's a pretty good job.
Yellow flag is out. Looks like for ever elusive victories. Come close a couple of times. Oh, just 5 laps to go. He's as close as he's ever been.
Eddie Morin throws the green flag at Tommy Furtado. Jumps out to a lead over Cavallaro. Cavallaro gets tapped in the back by Barry Shaw. That messes up his momentum.
Cavallaro gathers it back up into the 4th position behind the 85 of Shaw. 4 to go this time by. Can Furtado hold off the advantages of Pete Rotor?
Furtado holding off. There goes Pete Rotor out of 2. Yep. Pete Rotor down on the inside of the 5. Tom Furtado hasn't had that much competition all night. Let's see if he closes the door as they come out. Pete Rotor drives up to the side of the 5. It's more like Rotor is the aggressor here than Furtado is.
He drove right into the side of Furtado, ruining his momentum, and that puts the 3 of Rotor out front with just 2 laps to go. The 85 of Barry Shaw at 2nd, Furtado 3rd, Cavallaro 4th.
As you can see, Furtado and Barry Shaw, Rotor and Barry Shaw are 2nd, but both of them used their front bumper to get that far. Pete Rotor going into 3, coming out of 4, still has that lead. Barry Shaw 2nd, Tom Furtado 3rd, Cavallaro 4th, and Clemens in there for 5th, Jody Cirillo and Al Clemens the 4th in for 6th.
Well, taking down the 4th win in 1999.
Well, we haven't seen the official flag being given to Pete Rotor. Maybe something will happen here.
Well, the rule has come down from the officials, and Pete Rotor has been black flagged for rough riding, giving the win to the number 85 of Barry Shaw.
Even though Pete Rotor was the first car across the line, he did so with his front bumper. So Barry Shaw has been declared the winner, and hopefully this will show that we have to win fair and square out here. Using a front bumper, using some disadvantage. In this division where you learn and where you start, you have to learn the right way. And ironically, Pete Rotor has probably been running the street division longer than anybody here at Seekonk Speedway, so he knows better.
Tough race out there tonight.
Very lucky, actually. I don't know, I lucked out, I guess, you know. I guess it doesn't pay for rough riding. But I learned that myself, too, so, I don't know. It's good, really.
First street stock win of the year. This car's flying every week.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent, you know. We've done a lot of work to it. I want to thank my dad, my Uncle Jim, Greg, all my cousins and aunts. It's great.
Thank you, sponsor.
Pro Collision. New Wave, mobile washing. That's it. We need more sponsors.
Well, the only way you're going to get more sponsors is to pick up feature wins. And tonight's feature winner, Barry Shaw.
What about your crew here? Hold on. Okay. Yep. Are we ready? Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Beautiful. All right. Back to the action. Ready? Here we go.
Declared the winner, and hopefully this will show that we have to win fair and square out here. Using a front bumper, using some disadvantage. In this division where you learn and where you stop, you have to learn the right way. And ironically, Pete Roeder has probably been running the street division longer than anybody here at Seekonk Speedway, so he knows better. While taking down his first ever street stock victory out of Holbrook, Massachusetts, car number 85, ladies and gentlemen, Barry Shaw. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for coming down for a great Saturday night of racing. I want to wish all the folks here a very happy Father's Day, especially you, Dad. Dad, happy Father's Day. Thank you, son. And I want to thank my son for inviting me up here to the announcer's booth. It's been about 2 or 3 years since I've been up here doing this, so I was a little rusty, and I apologize to you folks if I made some mistakes.
If that's the case, I'm still making them after 5 years, so don't sweat the small stuff.
But to all you dads out there, have a happy Father's Day tomorrow. I know I will. Thank you.
Don't forget, next Saturday night, the New England Antique Racers and the Senior Toyota Racers will all be on hand for a Saturday night of racing. In 2 weeks, twin 50-lappers from Coors to the Pro Stocks. On behalf of the staff and management here at the Seekonk Speedway, and for the family of the late D'Anthony Vendetti, for Tiger Perry, Dave Vanville, and Ernie Boucher, I'm Kevin Boucher. Thank you. Drive carefully, and we'll see you next Saturday night.
Rough Rider, yeah.